system as a whole? Is it going to be a matter of strategic play up against that dynamic play style of Wildcard, and what wins out in the end?
I think the composure of Wildcard is why I would lightly lean to them, just because the adaptations on the fly without using a timeout, without asking your coach for anything, that's where Stanislaw excels.
We're live. Let's find out who's going home.
Thank you very much. We are live, and let's find out which one of these two stories, these two Cinderella runs, which one is going to be ending right here and now across these three maps.
Every match these guys play is the highlight of their career, so who can extend their stay in Shanghai? I think the fact that both of these two teams even made it to the opening stage was a surprise for most. Great showings for them in the RMR, and better in the first stage of the major, and now looking to continue that life here in the elimination stage. Block of the Smoker, mantle up onto Xbox as Slend does maintain some space for GamerLegion. CTs have vision.
First little bit of friction felt by Slend, gets away.
Oh, he saw players top, mid, and lower tunnels, so helping piece this one together. They still have two players upper tunnels / B, is what I should be saying for the GamerLegion defense. So 2-1-2 for the defense so far. They're expecting a mid to B by the looks of things.
They're really not rushing things. They want to force a reaction here, Wildcard. Torsen is about to get some questions asked of him. How good is his aim? Gets his first cleanly, and he's ready for a second, but
quick changed.
Will punish. Slend tested. Nice clicks. Nice shot. Slend puts two in the dirt. Overcommits a little onto Stanislaw, but may not cost them.
Bombs loose on Cat right now. Slend's dropped that. Can Stan get to it? That's the question.
He knows this line is held. Don't know about the dual Berettas at this range. Volt.
Yeah, right.
And Flamus now gets his chance to finish the job. Wow. Wow. Okay, the individuals are on. I've heard good things about Slend and don't feel like I've necessarily seen his peak. We'll be choosing a great game to show up in maximum capacity.
Damn straight. He can be sharp, but all of these GamerLegion players seem to have had their moments throughout their run RMR into the major. They've also had some moments that are not so good. Remember that Vertigo game we did with GamerLegion and Torsen getting picked off towards B time and time again? So, you know, I'm not trying to highlight one negative, essentially. I'm just saying that they can have their ups and downs, but I think Flamus is the one that's grabbed the most in terms of notoriety. I think it's based off him being loud, proud, and having some good aim. And this is something that is quite curious. Take a look at what Stan has invested with. He does this.
Oh, well, that's a little bit punishing.
Excuse me, Sus. I'm trying to talk about Stan's curious investments on quote-unquote eco rounds.
Yeah.
He likes to buy a little bit of util, right? And it sets them up in this position where things can seem a lot scarier than they really are. And if you take a look at most of their games, he tends to have this similar approach.
Volt's ruined the whole plan, though. Like, his whole plan was, you know, you guys sit top mid and
what if you
ready.
flash two players through a smoke and they kill him?
That would open up B.
Or you could also not do that, is another option that I think...
Wait. So what's he cooking?
So what, B, and then he's going to flash tunnels and they hopefully kill him and can run into the site.
Safe
well played from Volt.
Yep.
Very well played.
Thank you. That was their win condition. That he overextended and ate the flash. Now the pivot's there. ZTR is going to be present. And how very well handled by Volt. Gets himself... Oh, Stan gets another one. So it gets way more costly than they were perhaps looking for.
Yeah, cheeky there as well from Stan. Throws the decoy out. Volt turns it and it's the flash over the top. So... lovely little thought process there, but we do get into the guns. AWP not available for Slend on GamerLegion, and the same to be said for phzy on Wildcard. We've got two Swedes, a South African, a Canadian, and an American in the form of J-Bar taking on GamerLegion, which also got a hodgepodge mix. Volt, Romanian / British. I think he's gone with Romanian.
I don't blame him.
ZTR the Swede, Torsen the Dane, Slend Hungarian. Want to make sure I get that one right. And Flamus the Russian. I'm even double checking the Slend one. Like, it always, that and Bulgaria, I always get confused. Definitely Hungarian. Full mid control. Now vying for some short space. Crisscross smoke, we'll just call that one Chris. Right now looking a bit cross is ZTR, having to leave his bomb site to investigate middle. They're up short. Tucked in towards Goose right now is Slend. Has the support of Flammus on rotation. Oh, that's well done.
Pick off. Finds ZTR with the smoke spam, does Sonic.
That draws Flammus back to deal with the mid to B.
Yeah, phzy. Considering his options, Flammus will turn tail, get it.
This nade could be big.
Well-placed HE. And that Slend. Bang. Goose flash could be good. Slend still not throwing it. Letting him play, and play he shall. Flammus 2. Slend overlooked, completely overlooked. And now a second is demanded of him. Does deliver onto Sonic, finishes off what ZTR started in that mid-exchange. Hold on, stabilizes off the spray. That's an MP9. Up against an AK, long range. Well played by Torsen. He bided his time on that. You know, you feel like your A players are under so much scrutiny, it's easy to overplay. Sticks long. Slend gets 2, and he finds that long-range duel.
Jaber, I don't think he's expecting to, first of all, take that fight, and then especially against an MP9, because he immediately was into a bit more of a spammy nature than tapping away.
Couple of taps, and you find that head. Easy to overcommit to the spray, and, well, Torsen punishes.
Well, every round they've had a decent amount of damage done. Wildcard look like their late long pop stands out, make that a straight long pop. And he's into pit. They have a smoke and residual flashes on Susp and Sonic to try and make the cross. But is that the plan? You have ZTR in lower tunnels right now. He's going to get a supportive flash forward. Has to win this fight. And you see Susp there taking that contact. So for him, if he went down, would have lost this smoke that can be used to cross long. Stan has maintained position in pit. And the rest of the team coming to join him now. So searching for answers are GamerLegion.
It's going to be really contingent off of these Deagles hitting shots. Tech 9 at this range not going to be good.
Oh, Flammus is in and out.
Yeah, gets away. Doesn't want to be trapped. Doesn't want to be triple swung. And that CT smoke could be played ahead of. Doesn't look like they're going to dare to do so.
Oh, but Sus just threw his. They kind of have to.
Okay. Flammus is going to have an angle. Oh, no. Jaber's going to have an angle. Hits that Deagle headshot, and that's exactly what that Deagle was designed for. Now an AWP, though, in a powerful position. Slend has to deliver here. Has to and hasn't. Missed shot. Second's good, but he's getting overrun. Sonic finds him, puts the AWP down. Good work from ZTR. Volt needs to find some contributions. There's good work from ZTR, making this round uncomfortable. A 4v2 quickly becomes an even keel of 2v2. Behind the smoke, ZTR's being hunted. Susp working on that. Volt overlooked. A double kill. Well handled by the two of them. Volt and ZTR bail their team out. Flammus probably screaming after that Jaber Deeg.
Another close round. So even though Wildcard are yet to post one, they've been doing damage. This is very sketchy for GamerLegion. Able to hold on just, retain the AWP. But speaking of AWPs, phzy's been able to bring his out on the other side of the server. Now we can really sink our teeth into the approach from the North American organization. In Suicide, you find Stan out long for the pick, and there it is. Immediately announces his presence.
And Slend does too. That's a hard shot to hit, just over the top of the Sui box. ZTR, toes may have been visible.
He can be flashed out. Flammus could flash middle and he can swing all lower tunnels for a fight.
phzy not acknowledging the potential whatsoever, and Flammus is going to be caught off by that completely. ZTR should have him.
Oh,
ZTR should have him!
No, no, no.
How's he let that one go? Hesitation, I think. Assuming phzy had spotted him and worried about the elevation on Xbox.
In-game leader aim.
That's a nice find back.
They know Slend's close.
Yeah, 1 versus 2 handed to him. Window held by his teammate, gets the info, misses his chance. Jaber, impactful double kill. Wildcard on the board, and as you'd already highlighted, that those costly rounds have added up.
Yep.
Compounded.
Just drug them into the mud. That sounds wrong. Dragged them into the mud.
And now they have to essentially fight their way out of it.
Yeah, that's a bit of a mare from ZTR, isn't it?
And quite the opposite for phzy. You get your AWP in your hand, immediately deliver the opening kill for your boys. That's going to get some faith building in the ranks.
No, his name's Love.
His name is Love, or Löwe.
Catch that. Down the gullet.
Wow. It's a fact he sticks around for a second for his shot as well. That's brave considering the opponent's buy. Ooh, Slend. Oh, it wasn't far off, you know. Scout shot narrowly missing out on the skull of phzy.
Well, according to Eric Wendell,
Yeah, I don't know.
the
He's always been
PH
phzy
bar,
to me.
you can call him whatever you want. He doesn't care.
Nice double kill all the same. Sus works out mid. And Flamus, yeah, he's just going to activate with Torsen. They've grouped up short. It's just about catching that timing. ZTR throwing out util to try and feign that they're going for some CT control. But Stan is wise to their tricks.
Yeah, they have a good read of the situation. And this one here should be cementing not only the second, but the third round, because this was a GamerLegion force buy with the lost bonus timing.
Nice shot.
Still need to hit a couple more zingers, though, because right now it's 4 players in B for Wildcard with residual utility, right? So you're not even going to talk about this round getting exciting. There's 2 smokes remaining on Sonic and JBA, so they can just keep the door smoked. See? Some people call him Jaber. I just called him JBA. You can do it with any of the names.
Just
it's
freestyle.
Fine. You can call him Zonic if you're German,
I think,
right?
Yeah, I've got close before.
You could call him SL3nd, right?
You could.
You can call him whatever you want.
I call him SLN.
He'll end ya.
But yeah, saving the AK makes a lot of sense. And for Torsen, the scout on ZTR, it all makes sense. Have another go. Otherwise, it would have been a full eco. Have a threat into the next. Jaber's going to save on bricks, and that's going to upset Chad. I just want to pre-warn everyone that watching that, we are going to have to talk about the bomb radius now.
Nah, I'm over it.
You are?
It's their game. I just talk about it. Valve want people to be able to save a gun while watching the bomb explode. That's fine, right? If you think that's okay. If you think, Valve, that having the radius on Ancient the size of a tactical nuke is one thing, but then on Dust 2, for the guy to be able to sit in the bomb site, one of the hardest bomb sites to retake in the entire map pool.
You can't even play for exits.
You can't even do damage on exits because you can save it anyway.
He's over it though, guys. He's over it, so that's good. It's good. I'm glad you're over it, man.
I'm over it. All right, the double dip.
Let's have a go. A little bit of mid-aggression. I mean, Dust 2 certainly has been lended itself to some aggressive mid pushes. I love that from Flamus. Runs down Jaber. This gets awkward quickly for Wildcard. Given their full commit to long.
There's no flash for the corner here, but they're going to biff on long.
In the smoke fade. There's a lot of bodies here. This is not an easy duel for these CTs. It's 5-7 MP9. They're not expecting it. Hello. Yep, ready for one. Flamus' AK is racking him up. He's done so much work. A triple kill. Sets up Slen's scout for some potential disruptive shots. Vault's Deeg overlooked by Stan. Oh, just in time. Just as Stan was starting to consider that side, Vault's proactivity is rewarded. Now dips in with an AK-47 and Sus mishanded an uncomfortable 1 versus 2. Look at this proactivity again from Vault. Pushes up a dark. Maintains control. Slend is a vulnerable asset. Gets out of there. And now Susper's got himself a nice even path to get the bomb down.
Yeah, winnable 1v2 here for Susper. Is going to plan for short. Has this Molotov to buy him a bit of a buffer. Vault mantling up Cat. Will have Slend not too far behind.
Doesn't Molly. And Vault caught off by the aggression. Nice punish. Proactivity and 8 bullets for the final frag. No Slend was last seen towards CT. Grabs himself the AK, peeks in. That's a lovely sequence. Sus comes up clutch. Saves them from losing that second bite of the cherry on the half buy.
Yeah, look, a very dangerous round, but one that GamerLegion had as a bit of a bonus. One that they definitely feel they should have won, considering the opening kill and how they played it. But Sus, he saves the day for Wildcard.
Yeah, Volt's going to be kicking himself there. Just doesn't expect someone in a 1v2 disadvantage to be looking for the fight so directly.
Ooh. Smoke was down, even went for the jump over the tippy top. Stands out long.
Yeah, they want to fight.
Quick scaling.
There's 3 players here from the CT side. GamerLegion exposed, deleted by Stan. Torsen claws one back, but pays a heavy price.
Well, there's your A rotator rifler dead. That's Flamus in the dirt. Torsen low, can't anchor long. They need to take space elsewhere. So right now for GamerLegion, you need to react. Can we take tunnels? Can we push mid? Can we do something?
He's a dead man. He's a dead man.
Oh, they're missing the nades.
Nade, double molly, and the tap eventually does connect. Good work from Jaber. Opens up the long avenue into A. Not much for these M4s.
No, and the thing is, because they didn't crack in and take the space early, they are late to the party. Defensive smoke from Torsen towards the top site, so this will give them a buffer to work with. 4v3.
No rush here. You could just wait out that smoke if you wanted to. Or nade it open and find yourself a double. Team play looking good from Wildcard as they level us out to a 4-4 scoreline. ZTR breaks the smoke, does control, and oh, if he found the headshot there, could have made it uncomfortable for Sonic.
Liking what we're seeing from Wildcard.
Yeah, their T sides continue to impress us.
So, obviously, the rounds have all been difficult that they've had to win because it was the rifle round, then you were dealing with a force buy, then you were dealing with saves from the force buy, then you were dealing with another rifle round. So, no easy ones just yet. This will be the lightest of the bunch for Wildcard to waltz past.
Okay, getting lower info, which is going to be rewarded. 2 lower.
ZTR, oh, he actually got tagged by the scout there, so good work from Slend.
Information goes both ways, I
Flamus
suppose.
is highly aggressive.
Yeah, and they're just going to walk out long. This is the path of least resistance. Flamus flashed. So they essentially just count on Susp to hold their backside.
It's been fortunate in a few of these rounds that Stan's had the best spawn to go out long. Right, in-game leader able to make that space for them.
Oh, ZTS confirms long is the threat. Maybe Flamus now gets caught by Susp. He does. And they can just waltz in, take these duels. 5-7 tucks Gandalf.
This is by the book from Wildcard. They also have more layering of util. I like this. Established ramp control, Molly short, Melly Gandalf. The Gandalf one just missed,
Nice.
but knowing that they have to thrive in the chaos.
Ooh.
Hold up. Hold up.
A little bit threatening.
Ah.
Sonic finishes it off with HE.
Oh, there was a second where that felt like it could have been dangerous. Torsen may have been heard slipping off the box, so yeah, that'll confirm it. Sonic up over 3 for him in the round, and 5-4 is a 1 round gap now. Wildcard take the lead for the first time in this map and series. And if you are just joining us, what's on the line? Elimination in the elimination stage. Who would have thought? Both of these teams find themselves 0-2 after the first day of play.
Yeah, it's been a rough ride. Wildcard meet phase into Spirit.
Yeah, it's a different class of CS, isn't it?
GamerLegion Vitality into Liquid.
Yeah. The big boys are here to play.
They are definitely the odd ones out.
Well, you had your time in the sun, and now you need to really dig deep. We've seen some great Counter-Strike. When you go all the way back for GamerLegion's run, having to win 4 best-of-3s consecutively. But they had to win the 7th place decider slot in the RMR.
Right.
And that's a massive hole. That's where they really first came onto our radars. I think there was expectation behind what can Ash, coach on screen, do with this bunch of no-names, essentially. And the answer is an awful lot. Can they keep their Shanghai dreams alive?
Making top 16 is such an achievement in itself.
Well, yeah, I think even making the major initially was an achievement.
Sure.
And then the top 16, it's like, wow, did we really just realize our possibility, our potential this early?
Second can be said for Wildcard. I mean, Sonic's been at this since, what, 2015? Oh,
they're going.
That's a very deep smoke, Volt. And Sus will punish. Straight into the B site, wide open. This is falling through their fingers. Sonic's ready for you. Peeks in. Headshot through the concrete. Forced away by the flame.
Should be
Stand to
saving.
plant. You have to save.
Oh.
Torsen won't be. Smoke spam on his retreat.
All right, well, the bomb is down. The timer has begun, and the hunt is not on. Cash is starting to build up for a few of the players of Wildcard here.
A Susp clutch and a Susp entry. Round winning. 2 can be attributed to him.
And the first time we've kind of seen a bit of a shift. It's been a lot more A focus from Wildcard, right? Lots of stuff out long, and now they head over towards B. You were bang on about that smoke. I think you get a more shallow one in there. I don't think he'd brave it in the same way, but seeing it just trickle past, knowing I can par the head, obviously it's contingent on him hitting that shot and does so. So Volt, hero in a previous round this time, gets caught sleeping. They are hunting, they are searching, and, well, they should be able to retain these 3 rifles. Lost bonus has built to a point where drops are going to be available for the likes of Volt and Torsen, so they'll be very happy with their teammates staying alive, and that also means that GamerLegion can contend again.
I've been impressed by Wildcard's T-side here. To be 6-4 up after losing the first 4 rounds, you know, no pistol, to be boasting and A 2-round discrepancy for GamerLegion CT side. It's going to be feeling pretty tough right now.
And I think as well, when you look at those 4 rounds that GamerLegion won, Wildcard were in all of them with a really good opportunity to do damage or potentially convert the round. So Wildcard have done a great job of keeping things
Oh my
level.
God, look at their health. Judd, they're running
mauled.
out.
Absolutely mauled.
Sven next. Easy for Susp.
The Swedes in combination decimating GamerLegion. We've seen Love with a big AWP round. How good's that name?
Flammers, that's a nice proactive push, but Susp is ready for the trade, and look at the health on the rest of them.
Oh.
What's Torsen supposed to do?
The smoke even hit him.
From 7 to 6.
Just chipping him away one at a time.
No, not ready for the reaggress. Thought Torsen had his back, there's Volt. And now, no health for this, no hope for this. Take that kit, take that Molotov, take that AK, and get out of there.
All right, well, another save as 7 rounds will be posted for Wildcard. Looking great on their map choice. We have Anubis up next and Ancient as the 3rd and Decider, if I remember rightly. No, sorry. Ancient is the 2nd map. Anubis is the 3rd and Decider. I didn't remember rightly.
That's why we say if.
Good one, idiot. This is a really fun map pool.
Yeah, it is.
It's a really brawly, fun map pool.
And looking at the way this round played out, you want an example of brawling, it feels like Susp essentially just got the green light to go searching mid with some supportive util. Go walk out mid, take your Angels and win them. I mean, everyone took such a heavy lick of damage to start us off. We saw 3 players from GamerLegion in the opening stages just brought low.
Terrorists win.
Very impressive. No pistol and with the edge for an 8-4 half.
Oh, it's slowed and then just gets caught. Sweet on sweet violence there. But this one could be a bit of a speed run. We'll see if any resistance can be found as second tactical timeout from Ash over in the GamerLegion camp.
How's your eyes, Chad? What does it say? Win 5 CT rounds.
It doesn't say a lot, really, does it?
No. It's all up there.
Keep it in the Chrome Dome.
Yeah.
Well, 5 into the second half with a pistol, more than workable. Even without a pistol, still somewhat workable. We also have Vitality taking on MIBR on our secondary stream. That is brought to you by Harry and Hugo. That's a best of 3 for the playoffs, baby. That's what it's all about. Winner of that one will lock themselves in. And MIBR have shown some great Counter-Strike throughout this stage. We covered their game against 3D Max on Vertigo. That was one that they almost let 3D Max back into. But their game against Na'Vi, a 13-11 win in Sani, life game first half, saved really good second half. And double AWPs. That's how well things are going.
Slen gets sat on his ass.
Well, it's double AWPs on both sides of the server. We got the same idea. Opening kills have been a real issue for GamerLegion, only 2 so far. So Wildcard have had their way with these opening exchanges. Susp is 5-0 in opening kills. Chef's Kish. Kish?
Chef's Kish.
Everyone's favorite, the quiche.
Oh, he's actually hit it. He's found phzy up top mid. Sonic not ready for the angle of Volt, so that's a huge elevation to GamerLegion's chances of a 5th. CTR peeks in, misses his chance, but fortunately gets away. Jaber Susp spotted. He mantles up, spots the head, and delivers the headshot. In the smoke, Jaber tries to slip past, and actually Torsen's not in a position to catch this, so Jaber, audible steps from ZTR have set him up for a flank, and now Trigger discipline on display. His teammate Long waits, but now Flamus is flanking him. Stan gets that. 2v4 suddenly becomes a 2v2. GamerLegion, this cannot go this way. Torsen has an opportunity, but Jaber's got the headshot, and no need for a plant if the shots just keep getting hit. Oh, GamerLegion just getting completely rumbled here. Volt, a 1 versus 2, finds an isolating frag. Jaber on side, he delivers. Volt, that's impact. What would have been a really bad way to end your first half. In a must-win series, he does find some redeeming qualities with the clutch.
Yeah, it's tough though. You know, you go and look at the type of rounds they were able to win. They really had to fight tooth and nail for them, whereas it felt like it came a little bit easier to Wildcard within that first half of play. Understandably so is their map choice.
And like you said, every single round GamerLegion won, all 5 of them, Wildcard were kind of in it.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're sitting there wiping sweat off your brow thinking, damn, we're happy for 5. You feel like you're lucky to have 5.
Even that round where it was just like the P250 and the Susp Eagle and then Stan with the util, they were still able to get a couple of kills.
I think they got 3.
Yeah, so it ain't bad at all. We do take a minute worth of respite right now, but maybe I can give you all a bit of a history lesson. ZTR, in-game leader for GamerLegion, he has played with both phzy and Susp throughout his career. We got Metasport, Young Ninjas, right? There's a whole lot of overlap there within the Swedish scene. Obviously, Swedish Counter-Strike is not where it once was, and the same, I guess, could be said for Danish Counter-Strike. But these are some of the more exciting names that have never really been able to make it work with a national roster. ZTR even had time on the main NIP roster, I believe.
It's definitely got to be feeling kind of a bit foolish for the... Is it Metasport?
Yeah, they got rid of Adam. Sorry, they got rid of Susp. His brother is Adam.
Yeah, and ZTR.
Yeah.
And both of them made top 16 at the major.
Yeah, but I did play a pug with a couple of the Metasports guys the other day, and they carried me. So we only say nice things about Metasports around here, Alex.
Absolutely.
Slen's gooshed.
Yeah, that's not a great start to your pistol campaign. He still gets his util out.
It's like the opposite of what you're looking for.
But Sonic is committed to this angle with phzy in support. So dual Berettas, an armored dual Beretta, ready for anything Torsten throws his way.
They are out long, so we'll see which fight comes first. Do they test JBA over towards Carr, who's on these wide glances, has the goosed individual to deal with first, so to be careful about... Oh, beautiful shot there from Jaber.
Tracking, Jaber. Jaber has managed to find 2 on long, committed to this Carr position, but fights his way out. And a 3rd from Jaber. Monstrous hold, bomb lost, round lost.
Yeah, sure, Sonic goes down, but does that really count? They're pushing into long doors?
Oh, you're not ready for this.
Surely you park the bus here.
He gets close. phzy gets contact. And hard to track. Now you get a chance at another one. Good click. Takes the head off of Torsten. Volt trying to run him down with a Glock. Good, composed taps. Out of the phzy USP.
Steady. All right, splitting pistols, no plan. Tough position for GamerLegion to contend now. Lots of pressure on Jaber. First major for him, Young Buck, only American in contention.
You can call him the hope of American Counter-Strike.
Taking Jason's nickname, apparently. Well done from Wildcard. All right, well, we will see a hero scout for Slend. Now, I can understand this because he will most likely use a scout again into the next round, which will be their rifle round. If he gets a tag or 2, that's very, very good news because even the Glocks could finish them off at about 30 HP. So there is a threat. I like this approach from GamerLegion. Now, the thing that I wouldn't like is if they ran through a smoke. You want to take your time. You really want to allow this scout to have ample opportunity to look for picks. Don't do it. Why did you buy the scout then? Wait, did he sell the scout back?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Did he really?
He went, refunded it, and bought Deeg instead.
Is that real?
I suppose you got that.
Is that street legal?
That's 15 seconds, you know, just thinking about it. It's pretty cheeky.
Can we get Gabe on the phone about that? What's he saying?
He's chilling on his yacht with his ultra-wide.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's been done before.
I know, but I still don't know if it's right.
It's fair. So long as he doesn't get any, fire any shots.
Long brawl.
Oh, Torsten.
They're through the smoke.
Jaber handles business up close. There's the necessary trade. This is the fight. And Torsten weathers it through, finds phzy. Missed car molly, but Sonic and Sus have got their work cut out for them here. Sonic tries to delay them as best he can, shows presence, throws HE. Don't see a smoke grenade from Sonic, so unable to block. The T's working on their finish here. GamerLegion, a must-win T-side round just to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, but Susp is still alive.
To be feared.
Well, he's over towards B right now, so currently searching the wrong side of the map. Sonic, through the smoke. Wow, actually starts spamming first, so gives away his position, tries to slow them down. Susp now rotating over. Oh! Catch that.
Jump shot from the South African doesn't go far. Susp spotted out, and looks like Torsten's already going to try and hunt him down. Got to find a safe haven to preserve what he can.
First round, second half. Didn't take long, did it? Pistol conversion, and they're on the board. GamerLegion keeping their head above water on this one. I think the biggest issue is more the flow. When you take a look at the round timeline, you had 7 consecutive rounds for Wildcard, and you had, well, 9 out of the last 10. That'll be 9 out of the last 11 as GamerLegion will post their 6th. You see them sprawling through the smoke, so just the pathing from Torsten to get into pit as the safe haven, just to make sure that he's not out in the open like his teammates. Nice little maneuver from him. And Flammers, he loves it. He's enjoying himself. This is all of his Christmases coming at once.
Yeah, of course it is. Been dedicated to this game, and now finding yourself not only competing, but thriving. Up until you got to the top 16, as we discussed, the big names live here.
Quite a fast mid-control from GamerLegion, right? They haven't gone, okay, we're going to molly lower tunnels, we're going to have people like 3 through tunnels, get the flashes in. They've just mid-smoked, sprawled down middle, and are already at 1:30 applying pressure towards Cat. And this is an understanding of, hey, they're not going to have an AWP on the other side of the server right now, so we can get away with a few of these type of maneuvers. So by doing so, they apply so much more pressure. And what this is really doing is your A rotating player, which right now is Stan, is feeling, hey, is this a mid to B? Where do I need to cheat to? Do we have util to block short? Do we need to make a move? All of these things are going through your head because mid control's been lost so early.
Jaber just left long completely, and that's exactly where they were headed.
Yeah, so they're going to try and clamp down on short and mid, and crisscross smokes have landed. They're ahead of this, so Wildcard know this isn't real.
Oh, yeah. I feel like it's pretty real when Volt gets the kill onto Stan. Sonic, next victim. Big find from Volt. Sells it completely. Jaber and phzy pushing up short side. And he's slipping through the CT smoke. He is going to have their rotation on lock. The main threat is going to be short. And
investigating out of Cat, they go, okay, well, nobody's home. It might have to be the save, and Volt is hearing this. He heard the rifle picked up. If he goes down, might entice them in now. Great damage. Huge damage.
Oh, and Suff's got another onto Torsten. This is falling away. Commitment. What a commitment that is from Flammers.
That's insane.
What are you doing? Crouching in the open. He gets Jaber, but Suff can't believe his luck. Gets a third. The fight's just coming his way. And phzy coming long.
Slen's vulnerable
to this. He has to. He's due one. Needs a clean headshot. That's exactly what he delivers. Takes down phzy.
As a kid.
Susp, though, he is good in the clutch, too. Wraps around, tucked on Gandalf. Will he anticipate this? Could go for the wallbang. Clears outside. Samq made. Gives away his position.
He's just going to sit it.
Oh, he doesn't. Trying to call the bluff. Oh! Clutch shot from Slend. Keeps GamerLegion's hopes of a Dust2 win.
I thought he was just going to stick it.
Yeah, that takes a lot of balls.
Yeah, the plan not for him. So Slend, you know, having to dance around the site, it was never going to be easy.
Bang.
So we've had a Susp clutch, we've had a Volt clutch, now we've had a Slend clutch, and that one there, you saw the ammo down to 0 bullets on that frag. Important round there. And they've humbled Wildcard. It's going to be pistols. A flash for Stan, dual Berettas for phzy, a Deagle for Susp, USPs for the rest. GamerLegion, you can turn this into a one-round game. Well, Flammers is already in pit, Volt and Torsten in upper tunnels. So the fact that Flammers is in pit already means once the smoke fades, he'll see nobody challenging him. ZTR's actually coming over to investigate with him. So the call can still be made from the other side of the map. ZTR has this UMP. He might want to play first for info, right? Treat this as a bit of a money man situation. Look, I'll go in. If I go down, it's all right. We get the info on where the stack is. Stan's pivoted over towards Gandalf, so it's going to be tough for him to flash them into the fight from here. You can see it lining up. Well, that one's spotted from a mile away, and I think that helps ZTR piece this together. Hey, boys, you should be able to investigate B now.
They just got blocked, or is that a lurk smoke they've dropped? Okay, nice from ZTR. Quick taps from Flammers to ensure it. They've always got ideas on their ecos of Wildcard. This one, not going to plan. You can see that just by taking long, it did force Stan into an uncomfortable position to set up his boys. So yeah, one-round game now. And it is Stan on the mic. Calls a timeout for Wildcard. That's the first we've seen from them, and the first time they've kind of felt some pressure after what was, as we discussed, a very, very strong-looking first half from the Wildcard T side. Not to say that the pistol, its conversions made it a, you know, a cosmetically close game. But as far as the gameplay was concerned, Wildcard had the edge.
Yeah, so these are some of the best rounds we've seen GamerLegion play so far, which is a nice change. And it does tee us up for a very competitive series.
Okay, best spawn for the AWP, CT side, and AWPer that likes his aggressions. Will we see phzy give us a look?
Yeah, do you go into lower and try something insane? The other day, he literally ran mid on Ancient into elbow with this AWP on the CT side. It was
like
crazy.
He's playing it safe. Even waiting for the smoke to bloom before he crosses mid. Doesn't want to be spotted out.
Ooh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gifted a chance with the AWP on the spawn.
So, yeah, trying to use the spawns, I appreciate it. It's always a shame when you do that as an AWPer and the player dies.
Double ding through the bang. On the long doors, they are actually pushing with the AWP and Susp. Volt, he's positioned accordingly.
Well, does Susp keep going? Or is he just going to park it here? That would be the safer of the two options. How aware is he of their positioning? ZTR also knowing it's a possibility. You can see just with his glances up towards the tunnels, knowing they could have definitely found themselves a bit more entrenched. So putting pressure on the mid to B now. AWP still here. Doubt to be flashed off the line.
Sus does catch Volt. Upper dark clear. Oh, the timing on phzy's peak. ZTR's just walking around. And now Torsen spots the AWP reposition towards the window, forces out the smoke for safety.
You have to go A now.
You have to, and Jaber's just playing actively on this corner, spots out Flammus, so the information is flowing for Wildcard right now. Flashed in, good work from Flammus. Not blind. And a nice back from Slend as well.
They're
They've
in.
clawed in. Stan, long range, MP9, missed AWP shot, getting nimble.
Crazy.
Punished by Torsen, but
This is quick.
This is crazy too. phzy, before the smoke blooms, finds Slend, keeps aggressing, pushes through. Torsen under so much scrutiny, he needs Flammus' help here on that elevator duel. They can collide. Both peek in, both deliver the headshots. That's GamerLegion 9, Wildcard the same.
All tied up, and the fact they don't go for the save, it means it's going to be another Wildcard partial buy. You feel a bit bad for Jaber at long there, don't you? Because he flashes for himself, right? Then you're going to expect at that point that Flammus will be holding the line. Then he gets a sight flash, and then Flammus picks in. It's like, oh.
And it's not even necessarily like Flammus is 3D chest him.
No,
it's just
throwing you two. Yeah. And that's one of the crueler ways for things to go down. Okay, well, Wildcard. They have been able to get themselves some upgraded pistols, sure. You need a statement right now. This is going to be where one of the individuals needs to dig deep, and this could be it. Sonic in lower tunnels, 5-7, and pull it to the side of the head. Torsen, important kill. Was on his own there.
Yeah, very important. You give away a rifle, things get awkward quickly. This is pacey. phzy flashed in, goes, what with a deagle? Not the weapon for the job, but it's enough of a distraction that Stan and Sus do manage to kick up a bit of a fuss. And we spoke about giving up a rifle. One has found its way into Sus's hands.
And right now, Slender's trying to track him, but as an AWPer, you're just going to play to contain in this situation. So max loss bonus about to be injected into the accounts of the Wildcard members into the next. phzy's AWP, they can equip that for sure. But what are the issues right now? It feels like there's so many. Now, I want to kind of draw attention to what's happening on the main, the secondary stream right now, but in a lot of people's mind, probably the main game of the moment is Vitality versus MIBR. That's for qualification. It's not necessarily about the head-to-head. Vitality are the favorite. It's about, like, Vitality and Mongols today. I guess Mongols Heroic is a lot closer than this one, but if you drop down from this 2-0 pedestal, the teams like the G2s, the Navis 1 and 2, right? You have a lot of big names who are in positions who are going to have to play through these best of threes to lock yourself in for the playoffs. So just for pressure's sake, if you're one of the top dogs, get it done straight away, especially if you're Vitality versus MIBR.
Well, especially when what you consider perhaps one of your main rivals is having a bad couple of days. RV.
It's double AWP setup on the T side.
Yeah, that's unusual. And he hit a shot, so Torsen justifies it.
Their money is going so well that they were actually able to have double AWP and now get rid of one.
That is crazy. To be doing that round 20, wow.
Yeah, we'll see if that has any ramifications, but that would require Wildcard to win a round or two.
Holding long with low HP, not going to feel great for Jaber. Flammus will have his number eventually. An interesting angle adopted here. Molotov can force phzy into a very uncomfortable position, but he's not burning.
bad spread.
And a free frag. ZTR assuming that was Molotov, so...
I'd be losing my mind.
Yeah, Flamus does win that duel. Understandably, you would. They're coming to re-clear him. Oh, Flamus, okay, if you can get one here.
Why can't he have two?
Why not? Stan, tested. The Flamus hold, breaks through, has long control back, and actually, you got to be careful with that bomb. Slender's just suddenly getting really awkward. Nice pick from Torsen onto phzy, but there's two towards lower. It's an interesting division of their defense. That smoke gives them some angles to play with, and same could be said for Stan in that pit position.
Where does Slend go?
Oh, is he going long? Oh, not anymore, they're not. Thought Stan was going to be able to stop that rotation of the bomb, but they've found a safe path. They've managed to bail themselves out of this one, and Suff gets aggressive, tries to be disruptive, finds Volt over the smoke, and low HP on Torsen. They're both just fighting, shooting. Torsen running out of teammates, and now no health for the 1v2. He'd have to be severely precise and not able to hit that first headshot.
I love the decision-making there on the extinguish of the molly and go. The only way Wildcard win that round in that 2v3 situation is quote-unquote making a play. And that is what Sonic and Sus just did. I love it.
Yeah.
That's a great decision in that moment. Other players would have hesitated. Oh, we got max loss. Do we go for the save? Do we back off? We're in a number situation. They went, no. We need a round. We're winning it right now. We are fighting for this, and they get Wildcard up to double digits. Very well done. And
what I love about Sonic is he's right there behind him. Trusts his teammate's decision, gets out through the smoke. Oh, fingertip spotted. And that's a wallback connection. Another tag to start us off. And ooh, phzy down. Huge opening from Torsen. Sonic forced into a defensive stance. And just brings the fight to them. Torsen.
He's sharp, isn't he?
Good read of the situation. Gets his 16th frag, but Suspicious just can't stop racking him up. That's two. He's punished again on their attempt to test him on B. Slend. That's what he's designed for. Gets Stan, clears out, maintains short. Jaber is flanking. Volt is crossing, spotted. Slend goes down, as does Volt. Perfect. Wildcard connect from two different individual duels. Now Suck is being isolated, and he hits it. He is just so sharp. This Swede, this import to the North American organization. 25 frags to 13. That's another multi-kill round. The GamerLegion boys just can't keep up.
Feels like the gloves have come off a bit as well, doesn't it? Like with the way that some of these rounds are unfolding, a lot of players, the Flamus is the perfect embodiment of that in that moment. A 1-on-2, I know where a player is. I'm not going to go behind me and pick up the bomb. Your team could have used the cash. I'm going to go for the fight, right? So, look, we'll see how much it costs them here, but Wildcard, they're in the driver's seat right now to secure the 12th round. Put them one round away, and GamerLegion's money is going to be in the bin. Late, long pop, here it comes. The nades are perfect.
Oh,
too deep.
Ooh, gets away.
Too deep.
Info's there. Quick trying attempt to swing through. phzy's AWP now noted on the side. They're not scared of it though. They're just happy to take these duels. Reflash, running anti. ZTR's Tech 9 gets across to ramp. They're not anticipating him going so wide, but still misses his chance. And phzy does not. Double kill with the AWP. Disintegrating hope now. Flamus presented with a 1v5, and wow, quick find on the first.
He's good on the Galil.
Galil finds the headshot. Another not possible when Susp has already rotated through. How many multi-kills is this guy boasting right now? It just feels endless.
Yeah, he's having a great map, isn't he? 10 kills above the next closest on his team of Jaber. On the other side, Flamus with 22, but Torsen's had some really good shots in this second half of play.
So, you know, you said 5 opening duels.
Yeah, that was ages.
Yeah, he's 6-0 in opening duels, but with those 6 multi-kill rounds, make it 7 after this round we just watched.
Okay. Well, final tactical timeout called from Ash. GamerLegion.
6-0. Just can't be stopped.
They got 2,400 as the loss bonus that just came into that round, so their buy is going to be more missed than hit. I guarantee you that much. It's going to be one choice of do we go for firepower or do we go for utility, where you're going to need to find a mix in the middle. ZTR with a scout. Slend has an AK with head armor. That's something to work with. Flamus has a Galil. As I said, he's pretty damn tidy on those. I think Volt's going to have to operate with a pistol and utility. He's got head armor already, so he can pick his poison of the pistol. Torsen's got very light nades. This is such a tough round. This is T-side Dust2 with, what, 2-3 smokes?
Yeah, GamerLegion probably have already kind of half accepted in their head that Wildcard take their map pick. ZTR can change that script. phzy considering an aggressive peek into the scout. Peeking the bottom of those doors and now repositioning for the potential mid-swing. They can get up cap. phzy. Pulls away through the smoke and misses his shot. Now AWP down. Slend injects hope.
You know you can run into A easier now that AWP's gone. And look at this,
Gap.
CTR just springing into action.
CTR's called a perfect gap. They can take the bomb plant.
Lots of nades for the retake though.
By no means over. Oh, good disruptive incendiary. Slows you down. Jaber and Stan starting to work their way, actually using that smoke against them to walk in your blind spot, get close to ramp. Flammus is going to be tested. They're going to hit them with a 3-man push, almost in perfect simultaneous fashion. Interesting smoke. Oh, missed flash. And swing. Through that smoke, pressure on, Slend forced to reload, Jaber delivers onto Flammus, Stan as well, good for one, Jaber doubles up, it's awkward now, it's a scout, it's a deagle, bomb is on your side. But smoke, Kit, it's going to get awkward. It's getting awkward, especially with a missed shot from the scout. They're getting on the bomb. You just have to track him in the smoke, and that's how Dust2 ends. Wildcard retake, no problem for them. Composed conversion, and we head to GamerLegion's map pick next.
Wildcard is one map away from staying here at the Perfect World Shanghai Major and not flying all the way back to America, whereas GamerLegion needs to now figure out how they take their own map.
Can't wait to get this one underway to see if we can continue more of that. It will be the T-side start for GamerLegion. And it looks like we are about to get things underway. Freeze time ticking down.
Ancient has been somewhat of a mainstay for both of these teams. Converting it previously, Wildcard to secure themselves in the top 16.
I swear, if we go back in our time machine, we did like GamerLegion versus Unity on this map, and it was like the third and deciding map or something, right? Like, oh, we're going back a few weeks
We've been watching it a lot. We have seen a lot of it from GamerLegion, and a great success rate. But, I mean, a do-or-die match, you got to bring your A game. Volt brings a whole belt of utility.
Oh, that's an early little joust between Torsen and Jaber over towards A main. And we saw Jaber taking head-to-heads against Rops. So I'm sure he won't be backing down.
I like the logic of this. This is really like, it's going to be really cut and dry, really simple from the T side. You do left-right smokes, molly sight, flash in.
Or do you save the molly and do you go for a bit of a Kixon special? He pulled it off yesterday.
Okay, so there's your long smoke, there's your short, there's your molly sight. We flash and we go. Up the ramp, ahead
bad.
of it, phzy overlooked. Oh, he's in the perfect disruptive position. Triple from the cubby. And though I liked the idea, no flash success onto phzy, and he just gets a lovely lineup for them.
Well, the execution was there. It's just not sticking the landing. The CT defensive smoke that landed, I'm curious. Hey, well, actually, I'm not curious. You want to block. But the fact that it made a death tunnel, phzy goes, oh, you're pathing directly into me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And you have to be worried about someone sitting out in the open on that long side.
Do you think this is going to be a wildcard 2-0?
Yes.
Me too. Should have said that before the pistol round happened, because now we look like
well, the pistol has convinced me.
Hindsight Harold's over here.
That's us.
Force bite for GamerLegion. They missed the Brolin Molly into cave, but we'll still get the space.
Smoke to block cave. Walking up round, there's pace on this. Susp and Sonic to be tested. Flammus up, clears cubby. Stan playing very close with his MP9. One and done for Sonic. In that deep angle short.
Susp needs to make sure they can't flank Stan. Oh, and now they can.
They can.
Stan is very worried about everything.
Yeah, and that smoke's not going to last forever. Stan just trying to swivel around. Be ready for this. One gets overlooked for the first, but there's a trade from Torsen. Bomb ticking. Heavy advantage for the wildcard retake. A resmoke short's nice. Blocked in cave, and oh, he's in so much trouble.
Gap on the right.
Needs a reload. Torsen gets one on the smoke spam. Jaber clears out the player. They know exactly where Torsen is. Can just go for a plant. Distances himself from the bomb as well to not be susceptible. I was going to say to wallbangs, but smoke spam from Torsen, maybe 2 bullets shy. Could have been very nice.
All right, well, they'll retain 2 M4s. And really well handled from Stan, because I'm telling you, if I'm in that same situation and my in-game leader brain is worrying, I'm doing something dumb. So the fact that he just sits pretty, waits, and is even able to get a kill
Especially when your worst nightmare is realized, like, just tell me if they can go cave.
Yeah.
They can go cave.
They can go cave. Yikes. What I meant to say was, don't let them go cave.
Yeah. He still gets himself one.
Tech, not live.
Tech.
It was just an alt tab, but we'll restore because maybe there was some spawn timings. What we saw, they went for elbow and, hey.
Excuse me.
Hey.
Thank you. One more time.
Where are our guns? There we go.
There they are.
There they are. The anxiety.
Yeah.
Where are our weapons?
Please.
We saved 2 M4s.
So, third round with what have they got? Like,
Well, they had a hero AK.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see what you get them done with that.
They're trying to wrestle for the economy early, so it's not an all-in. You can see ZTR's at a Tech 9. It's a few more lighter investments being scrounged together now from GamerLegion. So just understanding the financial situation, 2,900 is the loss bonus into the next. So see how threatening they can be. You'll take 2 to 3 kills again.
They've thrown both of their smokes off of spawn, so they have to get some map control off of this, Chad. We've got cave smoke, red smoke,
Contact B.
walk. phzy's holding this.
Bang.
Oh, both missed their shots. He re-peaks. Torsen did not expect that, or felt he could win it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you're expecting the AWP to rotate around, but for phzy, we know that he's a bit of a madman, loves to stay aggressive. From madman to caveman, it's pushed down Susp. Finds another one.
Okay, phzy. Emboldened to go for more. Goes wide on ramp. Slen can't quite believe where the AWP is standing. Gets himself the double. And Wildcard no longer quite so nervous about this one. Now, ZTR does recover the rifle of Torsen.
I'll tell you this much. I would love if I'm Wildcard if I can get that AK-47 in my hands and give it to Sus, because Dust was talking about it on the desk in terms of his openings and how impactful he's been. Monstrous performance on Dust2. One of the best Swedish prospects in an absolute long time. Sonic under pressure, knows where both are. Defensive smoke segregates JBA onto ZTR, and now it's just Flammus who is able to grab one, and the AK chasing him down, knows he's out of ammo. Flammus doubles up.
He's making a round out of this, is Flammus. phzy started off so strong. Can he close the same? He's holding for the walk back to main. And peeks in!
Jeez.
Nails the AWPer!
Not like
Flammus
this.
making this round theirs. Stealing it away, but Stan is low. Flammus is furious! Slamming the desk as Stan with a long-range MP9. He gets the AWPer, he gets the rifler, but can't get past the SMG.
That came from nowhere, didn't it? 1v4 situation. The Deagle in the donut.
What a save from Stan.
Yeah, JBA made to look a little bit foolish there. It's like, mate, I know you're trying to help out Sonic, but as soon as you spam down to nothing in the chamber, Flammus surging after you. That is a thing of beauty. And keep this in mind.
What a shot!
He didn't have head armor, right? Because it was only a partial buy. He only had Kevlar. Oh, yeah, well, we've all been there before. We've all been there before.
Because all he's thinking now is like, why am I not tucked? Why don't I let him touch the bomb? You know, why am I holding donut? But you're feeling it. You've hit everything. You've hit everything.
Well, again, this was the conversation. Ooh, missed red smoke.
Oh, dear. And it results in an opening kill.
And it's on Flammus as well. So just really... Oh, push.
Whoa, no one's ready for this. Miss from Susp. They're both very low and will just tuck back behind the smoke. They'll take what they've been given.
Wow, the fact that they get to channel out of there like that is insane. Just through the stores smoke, they're away. Volt applying a little bit of pressure over towards A right now does keep Sonic on notice. And the bombers actually rotated. I like this. If ZTR sat and waited and then they had a conversation, you would lose the timing. But the fact they've gone with it immediately, and the nades towards A make it feel like, oh, they're faking. They're trying to draw the rotation. They're definitely not coming here. Well, Sonic's got bad news for you, Stan.
Slend, he sees your shadow. Be very careful how you play this, and Sonic isn't. Here's the steps, tries to punish, AWP posted. Good find from Slend.
Yeah, bomb will go down. I'm curious if they even go for this. Torsen just investigated B, meets Stan's M4. Completely out of position. Wildcard might just want to hope for the save. Can get JBA into something. Wait, hold up. Are they coming to have a look? They are.
Interesting. With Jaber on the... just an MP9, I suppose you can
Smoke for the bomb, but Kit on Stan.
Wind, yeah, and Stan is right behind him. Oh, now it gets uncomfortable. No smoke on the bomb, though. They've probably seen enough and end up losing 2 rifles or 2 weapons.
What's this all about? What? Can you... I can't... Was it a missed smoke?
They didn't smoke the bomb, yeah.
Yeah, was he meant to bounce it off the wall and it trickled through? I don't know. That just seems like a silly retake to go for, realistically.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for Wildcard. It's the first kind of round we've seen where it does look, hard to explain or illogical.
Yeah, well, they will take the tactical timeout. Susp gets one of those 2 kills, right? As opposed to putting both of them low. Different round entirely.
Yeah,
Vin's...
He'll be kicking himself after that.
So, yeah, I feel you have to force behind this AWP.
Bit of redemption as well. Flamus at the opening death, and yet he watches his team convert, put them on the board.
I think it was probably important as well that he had to sit through that.
Yeah.
Because it's a chance for him just to kind of calm down and recenter.
Yeah. Like, no comms needed from you. You can just kind of take your minute. Hit the push to talk. Nice, boys. Let's go. Get back into it. So it's 5-7s and Deegs around the AWP.
Where do you set phzy up for the opener? I suppose that's the question. Towards B seems like a good decision. There's lots of bodies in lane right now.
Forward.
AWP v AWP.
Shadow. Oh!
How?
phzy best Slend with an advantage to the GamerLegion.
I suppose it's the way the wall is, right? phzy has a better angle.
Yeah, I suppose so. Who was further away from the angle? I mean, he was open to it. phzy gets it. Flamus finds him. Wow, that's the AWP gone.
Yeah, I like the immediate reposition to stay active.
Yeah.
But on his own, that can't be scavenged. Sonic will block Flamus for now. Say, hold up, hold your horses. We know where you are, but you can't go anywhere for 20 seconds.
He's threatening that he is. They're all worried about Flamus, so he's forced a wide vacation of the B bomb site.
And they ain't getting that back easily. I'll give it a go. Jaber and Susp crawl in.
You know he's likely red. Shadow to peek off of. Oh my god, he gets 2 on the spray. AWP recovered. Sonic, he's no slouch on the AWP.
That molly's good. It'll buy a little bit of time.
It will stop the default plant, but you can plant in the open. Do you risk it from the spam? Reload forced. Sonic got plenty of bullets now to try and do something more, but the smokes are good, the flashes too, and Stan and Sonic look like they're resigning themselves to the save of the AWP.
Stan can go get the AK from Flamus's body, and that means next round that you can have Sonic drop a Deagle. Oh, he'll drop the AWP. You can have Stan probably drop the AK or the 5-7. So at least 4 players will be equipped with something for Wildcard into the next round. So this is the right decision after the previous that was quizzical.
Yeah, well played by Flamus as well. You know, he had a lot to do there after taking down phzy. There was a big test coming his way, and he plays it to perfection.
All right, well, another tight start to a map. Second of the series had Dust2 going in the way of Wildcard. In case you are just joining us, 13-10 their map choice. Back and forth, had some clutches. Susp was a beast. That's how the headline reads as we'll just have to see this partial once more. This time, not just the AWP. The AK in the hands of Stan. Susp has been given the 5-7. Sonic has retained his Deagle. And Jaber, just the USP. AWP out mid again. 4 towards B for the GamerLegion start. Make it 5. The tail of that Bolt will join after his mid-util. So this is very telling that they just want to B execute. Oh, contact again, really? Okay. Here they go.
Great call, considering what Susp is working with. Flashes himself, swings on out, and nice, well handled by Torsen. Torsen wins the round right there. ZTR put the cherry on top. Oh, Sonic, a little bit of a blemish on the record as he hits a nice one on the ZTR. Torsen activates for his 3rd. Ensures that rifle doesn't fall into enemy hands, and yeah, they know the AWP's left. Are they in a position to try and take it away from him?
I guess with the finances, they actually could justify 1, maybe 2 of these AKs having a look, but
It
it's
looks
still
like
very
Flamus has
early.
been given the green light, like he is just trying to work through the angles. It does look like phzy's positioned himself well enough to save. He can tuck in on this donut position. And he's holding for Flammus, perfect.
If he loses this, he'll have to glass cannon next round.
Yeah. Nice. That was the kill required, so he does maintain the Kevlar and the Orb.
Well, I like Flammus. He's not afraid of the death column, right? He's someone who doesn't seem to be a big worry of his, oh, I need to protect my stat line. It's like, well, if I can take this away, I'm going to try and take this away.
Anything for the win.
All right, so loss bonus through, investment there. Tied up 3-3, round 7. GamerLegion in the last few have been very heavy with the presence towards the B lane. We're talking 4 or 5 of their individuals. We do get a change from that this time round. ZTR and Slend holding flashes, so we might see contest in middle.
Yeah, early HE, they extinguish and charge. Jaber, good for it. Flammus down. Another opening death on his mid-adventure. That's the lovely flash. phzy sets up for the clear ahead of the elbows. Deep smoke. Double for Wildcard to start off round 7.
I feel the only way they were punished there is if they snapped up B ramp, but that wasn't the start for GamerLegion. They wanted to contest.
Stan likes this forward angle. Search through, and yeah, Torsen overlooks that possibility.
Important kill.
Very important. It secures the round, one would assume. Slend up for the P250 to bring that fight. And yeah, Stan falls. It's just the one. Sus can tend to that, throws out a block smoke, and it's going to be well placed.
They have been given avenues to escape, though. Oh, he's still hanging around with the no-scopes. Okay, Slend, cool your jets, but as I'm saying, there's ways out, right? Like, if they wanted, they could pivot back through middle. They could try and run around the word towards A.
Jaber's on that really passive line, though, so he's just playing it for the
I like
info.
this. It is a good angle. They're essentially playing retake A, however.
Yeah, they are now. Not even... Slend's wallbangs have not been far off.
ZTR's position tells me they are saving, so this is all just posturing for Slend. It's like, hey, I'm here, but don't come searching.
My friend's here too, and he's
scarier.
Bigger than you.
Yeah, he's got a dog.
The school days of the big brother.
If Jaber does something that's really good, it's probably better if he does something bad. But Jabra.
Sure, he'd love that. And they're not shy. They will go and try and maintain an upgrade in their AK-47. 2 AKs for Wildcard to ply their trade in the next. So a response. That's the 3-3 scoreline. 3 to open for Wildcard and 3 in response from GamerLegion now. Wildcard need to string 2 together if they want to try and exhaust the supply.
Yeah, and look, the money is already pretty light on for GamerLegion, isn't it? Just Slend with the residual. This time, no tussle towards middle. Will just be utility. All that molly extinguished in the cave smoke as Torsen caught on the edge. Great one there from Sonic, and almost the second unconfirmed, but ZTR walking wounded.
He's got all his nades.
Bloody limping. Oh.
Sonic. No bullets. Reload? You don't push with low HP, do you? Yes, you do. JBA not covered. Wow, ZTR. A massive find considering the circumstances.
Bruh.
Oh, phzy's found a little safe haven so he can peek into Slend after this. Who wins the orb duel this time? Oh, phzy's caught a good timing. Gets out past the line of sight. Missed his shot.
Don't say that often. This is a round that started with a Sonic opener.
Wait, ZTR could get overlooked on this. Is Stan smart enough to...
It's Stan, he'll get him.
Yeah, he's going to work it out.
That's exactly where he is.
Barrel. Headshot.
ZTR here in the crowd thinking he's being flanked.
Results in his death.
They're into A. This is given over. Look at the positioning right now of Wildcard.
I suppose they hoped Volt was alone, but little did they know Slend had the bomb and... Flammus!
Good clear.
Owned by Sonic.
Still tough.
Volt needs a double kill. Good find, but there's the Stan trade. Very difficult clutch handed to Slend.
That's the kit.
Finding the first, that is everything. Taking down Stan. No trade available for Sus, no kit available for Sus, but he locks it in. Impact felt by Slend. Double kill, securing the 4th, and keeping Wildcard humble.
We had a clutch on Dust2. He does it here again on Ancient, so great work from the AWP. This one really just goes wrong with them not expecting ZTR to be crazy, I suppose. Right, ZTR's free kill onto Jaber is one of the biggest problems within that round. Can get out 4M4s, but light on with the util. They do a door smoke, an elbow smoke, but GamerLegion, if you just wind down the clock, you have a lot of advantages.
Winding down the clock while you simultaneously have full mid control, that's going to feel pretty good. Smoke donut. And yeah, they have to respect the slip red.
I was going to say a lot of questions, but it really isn't because Jaber is in A main. So even if you do give up donut, which they're clearly not, they want to fight for this, it is going to be something that feels a little bit more okay. But if you can deal with Flamus towards red, Sland on the fade.
Can't hit the flick. phzy brings him down.
Well handled.
Flamus falls, surging through mid. ZTR to test Susp's hold. Good idea as to what awaits them on the B bomb site ahead of this ramp smoke. Has a sight line on the short push. Now Susp. Is ZTR able to get a sight line over that smoke? Yes, he is. Susp ready for it. Makes the adjustment. Wildcard set for success. Torsen, next victim. Still hits a headshot. Just the one, though. And there's 4 looking for him. He's got the Volt bomb on his back. Fakes it out as he takes down Sonic. Jaber's coming in from behind. Not even able to find Stan. Good work from Wildcard. Nice response. In the absence of util, let's use our bodies.
Yeah, they're wrestling back and forth at the moment. This is nice. We're getting a competitive game. But right now, you are looking at GamerLegion's finances and wondering what is their best option. Unfortunately for them, because of the flow of rounds, it's only 1,900 into the next, and we only have 3 more rounds of play. So you traditionally be inclined to go for the Force Spy. The best you can get on ZTR and Volt is, we're talking Galils with util. The rest could get out some pistols. And they've actually taken a tactical timeout to have that conversation with Ash, the first for GamerLegion in this second map of play. So if you force by now, you lose this one, you have to eco next, and then you buy into the last round of the half.
Opens up the door for a very potent CT haul.
But the problem is if you eco now, which they're not, so never mind, I won't even bother putting the mathematical equation together for everybody. They've actually been able to... Okay, so instead of running with Volt and ZTR with Galils, they've dropped AKs. So they are trying to empower their shooters, Torsen and Flamus. You two have to deliver. They're going to be set up. There's flashes, there's smokes, limited, sure, but the action is on those two to hit their shots.
A boost over the elbow smoke does give you sightline for anything aggressive towards the heaven position. Passive mid start, just Sonic spotting. Stan takes full cave. He's actually asking questions of it quite early on. Re-smoke, that will hamstring Flamus' aggressive venture in mid. Jaber, jiggle with the incendiary.
Haven't seen the shadow. Would have dropped the molly, so great work there. Got to get it out now. Got to get it out right now. They respect it.
Good timing, and now he can smoke on top.
Are they going to go through? I feel like they have to.
Jaber is blind. Jaber's blind. They're pushing in. Big find from Volt. phzy commits to the spray. Oh, 1 bullet shy. Drops for the USP. Sonic, easy collection. Gets them both. Had to be. Now Slen slips past. Perhaps in the chaos he's going to be overlooked. Yeah, the back is still turned. It's Sonic that has to work this out quickly. He's got a couple of seconds before this flank connects. He does think about it, but a little too late. Crosshair in the wrong place. A 1 versus 2 for Slend again. Will he find a third 1v2 clutch in this series? Planting the smoke. Stan and MP9. We've seen this one before. Denied Flamus' 1v4 attempt with the same weapon.
Yeah, but Slend has head armor.
Yeah. And Slend has a good idea as to the directions Stan is coming from. CT, Donut, Temple. And spots him. Info. Oh, he tracks him on the jump across. Stan is really in jeopardy now. Flash and hope. Slen taking his time. Stan closing the gap on that reload. He knows he's coming in close. And MP9 needs a double dink. Playing around the site. Dancing with him on the box. Jump doesn't work. It's 5. GamerLegion can count on Slen in the clutch.
All right, Slen letting him know. Adding another one to that tally. Well played, well handled, and Wildcard, you're the one scrambling now.
He knows what it means as well. This is the reason he's so G'd up for that. Not only is it a clutch, sure, that feels good, but you highlighted that had they lost that, they were forced into what could have been a very scary CT Hall of Wildcard. Now you keep it leveled. Now it's actually Wildcard that are forced into uncomfortable force buy.
Yeah, and this is the thing with the MR12. Obviously, less rounds to try and stabilize. So those are key, as it's just going to try and go for a knockout blow and a rush straight into Jaber. He hears it coming.
This time extinguish and run, but ooh, dare do you dare? There's an MP9 waiting on the other end. Good pacing, that little pause. Wait for the flash of Slend. And they're in.
And what a miserable set of weaponry to consider saving, but Wildcard, what other choice do you have? GamerLegion will take 6 and likely 7 as they take control of their map choice. Anubis in the third and decider if we need to get there. Wildcard's T-half will be the determining factor of that.
Yeah, it's going to be feeling good for GamerLegion, knowing what your opponent's equipped with as well. What, MP9s, sidearms. Just trying to keep their curve, keep their potency.
I think it's Wildcard's T-sides that were pretty serviceable against phzy and Spirit, if I remember rightly. I'm just taking a quick look right now. It was the CT side, especially in that phzy game.
Yeah.
They missed like an elbow smoke, and then they got punished for those little mistakes. Yeah, they managed 7 rounds on their T side versus phzy, and 5 rounds on their T side versus Spirit. So I think it would be a little bit early, even if GamerLegion gets 7 on their T-half, to be calling this one done.
Sure.
Wildcard, can you scrap for this one? And GamerLegion, looks like they were watching that G2 series. When in doubt, let's run that same play. CT smoke, donut smoke, fast again. Jaber, what are you meant to do, bud? You're on your own again.
Gives himself a smoke to stop that donut smoke from being such a condemning position. He doesn't play in front of it, but it might slow them down. Flammus takes a bullet. phzy, this is a good fight for you. Loses it to Flammus. Jaber needs help. Stan audible in the temple. And it's still going to be good for a frag onto Flammus. They make it a 3v3. ZTR, though, behind enemy lines. Jaber not ready for that one in the back of the head. And a 7-5 haul. That feels like a strong recovery from GamerLegion. They run it home. Spurts of 3 rounds consecutive.
Yeah, I think when you reflect on that half, it just shows you really the importance of that pistol round. And that was a very easy pistol round victory for Wildcard. Take everybody back to the first round of the map. It was a B execute where phzy just lines up 3 easy kills. So the fact they get that with the conversions, it was still pretty tight, but important that they held on because that's given them 5, and 5 is potentially workable. As everybody just sitting in silence right now. Coach issuing the orders before they get into the pistol round. phzy with every, oh, and Sus with every Swede's best friend on the table.
Snooze, you lose, as the saying goes.
Got to set multiple alarms, I've heard. Decoy for Stan, but it's 5 sets of Kevlar. This one.
The Falcon strategy.
Wait, it's 5 sets of Kevlar on either side. No util, no bullshit.
Okay, okay. Absolutely. Well, there is a single piece of util. Let's not discredit that decoy. Come on.
Very handy decoy,
Yeah.
yes, of course.
You've never seen it used like this before.
Here it is.
Oh, back turn. phzy's the one to get the frag. He was the one baiting the shots. Quick level of the playing field. Volt hits one onto Sonic, but Red Room's lost. Torsen hears all of this. Spots it as well. Ooh, ouch.
Coming B.
They want to test him. USP versus a jumping Glock.
Oh.
He's got easy shots. He's gone down. They are so irritating, these flying Glocks, this death roll. Planting and swinging. Another time. Stan just hits the shot. Every USP's just been overrun by multiple bodies and a jumping Glock.
They just keep prancing around Ancient.
Sus, good for it. Goosh conversion, both pistols. Will they see the conversion in the second half?
Well, that's huge that they've been able to get both of them. And look at this. Just flying out middle.
It was
burst. Yeah, okay, well, hey. Like to see it. Retro.
This fight for survival. And Wildcard have put a very strong foot forward into the first.
GamerLegion force, Alex.
Yeah.
You don't win this one, you give Wildcard a chance to take the lead unless you save these. They're just going to come running out of cave? Really?
Why not?
Why?
In.
Like
Flamus gets phzy. Ramp fight lost by Stan, commits to that MAC-10. It's bore fruit. Very, very recoverable though for Wildcard. Sonic in mid. Volt asks questions, spots him out. Now he has info on 2 of the 4. Even more so when Flamus was positioned. Matorson blocking ramp. The picture's been painted.
I love that from Volt though. Look at this. Realizes it was B lane and mid presence and immediately just goes and softens the blow of A. Takes this space and continues to push. Volt, this is an inspired individual play.
And it means his boys can set up a crossfire in the cave. Crossfire broken by the nade.
They're aware of the push. You can see them acknowledging it, but it's all going to come down to timing.
Sus going to be looking at that heaven jump up. Volt has to get this timing perfect. Here's the steps up ramp. Slips into cave to support Slend. Jaber planting. Flamus spamming. This weapon advantage, this force by a huge risk from GamerLegion. Now you have to retake. You have got the kit on Flamus. They are going to give this a look in. But how do you break through this setup? You spot out Jaber, you tag him up heavily, you leap to try and finish the job and connect. Volt gets it. Sus coming around the backside. This could get awkward. Now Sonic's under so much scrutiny, but they're so low. The Galil tags up another. Volt tags further, and from behind he strikes. Sus delivers a knockout blow. That's going to hurt. GamerLegion's forced by falters.
Yeah, and that is Wildcard recovering a man disadvantage through the virtue of a blind HE. Just lobbed into cave, they hung around, it blows a player up. Jaber doing his best to try and stay alive on that pillar. Sonic screaming, they're all on me, they're all on me, and Sus can't make a sound. The flank pays off, we're all tied up, but it needs to be a GamerLegion eco. Oof, good softening up with the util. Amos takes a huge chunk of damage there, down to below half HP. Torsen playing a block and will do. But hitting the brakes a Wildcard. No rush about this. You've got the weapon advantage, you've got the util advantage. The biggest issue that you could possibly run into is aggression, right? And as soon as you mitigate that, you can set up for the finish.
Molly Long, that smoke to block will just force out what little util they had. And they've got plenty of time for this. They're hoping that they can channel him into A with this block, but with 60 seconds, I think Stan's probably wise to their tricks.
They make it look like they're giving it a gander. They'll peep on into Donut. Molly and a nade, but B is the finish. phzy, it's all going to come down to the timing. Here's across that line of sight from ZTR, and now starting to clamp in as the gamble stack's been called elsewhere. ZTR has gone to the roulette table and it's picked in correctly. It's green, it's ancient, of course. It was always going to be 0.
Yeah, there's nothing for him here with that USP, just hiding out in the smoke.
You'd want to play for exits with these USPs, so obviously the only one who should look to retain would be Flamus, and we all know he's not. He's going to get stuck in for sure. But yeah, you want exits. You want to try and do financial damage for the long game.
First to death is Flamus.
Yeah, of course. I respect it so much, though. Maybe too much.
You need a player like that.
I think it says more about how I like to play Counter-Strike than... oh, there's an exit. Thank you very much. So Sonic, he'll scoop that one up. And there you go, Wildcard, 8-7. phzy, careful. Gives over a MAC-10 for a second.
For just a moment.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, round
Slend
16.
can AWP here, Alex. He has 6.1k. He can bring it out, and he has been good in the clutch. Maybe not so much necessary of the AWP, but still finding himself in closing positions. There's a diffuse kit on Torsen. So they're lining up the door smoke. Man, the elbow, just the most standard openings. Fast out mid.
Testing middle. And no, Volt was unprepared. Flammers down too. That is a catastrophe for GamerLegion.
Tumbling down.
Good catch on the jumps across. More where that came from. Smoke to allow progression in Donut. phzy pushes straight through it. He knows.
This is crazy.
Yeah, but he knows what screws with an AWP's head, and it's forced a reaction out of ZTR. Oh, bait. Oh! Slend punishes his aggression.
You want your team to go B now. You know, at least 2 players. I guess if they identified that it was Jaber, it'd be a different story.
Smoke long, molly short, and go. ZTR, he has a HE to break. Slend's hit one. Takes down JBA on the cross. Doesn't hit the flick, and Stan walks closer. Cubby from Susp. Not going to be overlooked. Slend.
Stan's flanked.
This could be an ace. Missed his chance. Finished by ZTR, but a quad kill on his CT AWP. He will not leave Shanghai without a fight.
Wow, that started with a double kill from Sonic and ends with all 3 of the players staying alive. This is it. At this moment, if I'm an in-game leader, I feel the round is won. Even if I lose that kill. phzy getting up to some mental maneuvers.
It's crazy. You smoke Donut, you immediately push through.
Crazy decision making there. I don't quite understand.
He was trying to mind game it, and he's perhaps just flown too close to the sun. A bit of an Icarus moment for your game sense.
Okay. Oh, Miss
boy.
Molly.
Not ideal.
Good golly.
Not ideal. Sonic in that smoke, feeling, yeah, a little bit scary, gonna back away. Flammer's trying his hand at aggression. Susp, Stan, ready, so ready for that. A clean one tap to the face of Flammers. Torsen spotted out as well. This is a really stressful round now. Susp playing it to distract, catches Sonic. Wow. Shot, what a turn! Torsen attacks from both fronts and he gets them both.
Well handled, and in the meantime, Stan went down to B lane. Banana pick, now it's a 2v4, and you question the decisions in the previous round even more so now. The money gone. GamerLegion back into the lead unless phzy and Jaber can pull off a 2v4 of their own.
That is a mid player's dream. Just having enough time. Taps Sonic as he edges the smoke. Adjusts and finds the second frag onto Susp as well. Now plays it safe, plays it smart. Doesn't have a smoke to block, so they are coming his way. Oh, Torsen. Sharp. Collects a third onto phzy. Sorry.
That's fine, either.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Well, for poor Jaber, he's got 1 or 2 options. Save in plain sight or search to my demise, because he is boxed in. Now his position is noted. The spray at range eventually connects, but down to 16 points of health. Slend is there, 9-8. And a wildcard eco as GamerLegion set their sights on double digits. Anubis feeling very likely now.
Crisp.
He handled that so well, didn't he? Very well done from Torsen the Dane. Bit of a special there. And didn't that start with him missing the incendiary towards elbow as well?
It did.
Yeah, so, you know, it was all good.
In the absence of an incendiary, just use your bullets.
We can work past these problems.
What have we got here? Deagle and a P2. Stan always has something, you know, in pursuit of a plant, perhaps.
Hampus once said, just go B on Ancient. Now, just go A.
That's what Susp is saying. Well, that's a T-side molly. That's going to do a lot of damage. And yeah, Susp. No one enjoys that, but no one else can support you.
GamerLegion fans enjoy it. Thoroughly.
Oh, yeah.
The blender. 10-8.
I meant the, like, oh, we're pushing through this, right, guys? Guys?
Yeah,
guys, we're not pushing through it, are we?
It was just me.
Okay.
See you on the next train. Second tactical timeout, and it's hard to take those back, isn't it? You can't go back in time and say, can we have that round that we were 5-3 up where Sonic got us 2 kills in middle again?
Do you think phzy's still talking about it, thinking about it rather?
Nah.
He's moved on.
This will be for the VOD review.
Yeah. Whether it's on the plane or in the hotel room.
It's on the back of Sonic's monitor there. Some type of a robot.
Everyone's got their lucky charms.
Yeah, but at least it's not a plush toy.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, we've got another mouse pad draper as well. Susp does the snacks, so he can rest his wrist on the curvature of the droopy mouse pad. Stan lines up his red smoke. What's the go? Wildcard trying to break back in to this T side after 3 consecutive out of the GamerLegion squad. Fight mid again. Flamus using that smoke to cover him. Flashes a good blind, but Volt provides double kill. Awkward now for Wildcard. And Torsten, he will deliver. Wow, one of the quickest rounds we've seen. GamerLegion just shut down Wildcard just like that. Aggressions in mid, immediately matched with aggressions on B. They take the fight to the T's. And they're sent back to spawn wondering, how is that already over? How is it now 11 to GamerLegion on their map pick? A map we've already credited that Wildcard can play. And on T side, no less, somewhat of a strong suit.
Yeah, and to think where it came crumbling down, again, I don't want to harp on it, but it was their way in, right? It makes the finances, well, that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
But a round that you should convert and you don't, simple as that. They have partially invested. Lurk Smoke in middle to keep at least 2 players interested as defensive utility from Volt. He's aware that it's a little bit too quiet. B utility does land. It doesn't draw a rotation whatsoever. GamerLegion aren't buying it.
Oh my. Stan lives to tell the tale of the missed orb shot, but Amos will pick it up. Susp is hoping for like a bit of an audio cue as to the numbers on B. They just gathered 3 congregate in A main. Hoping that Volt and Slend just get pulled away in some way, shape and form from this Deagle searching cave. But the fact there's nothing else behind it, the A player's on high alert now. Slend reacts, Volt calls for backup. Slend gets that first connection cleanly, then Volt can activate, and nice work from Jaber. Gets 2 with his Desert Eagle.
Not bad.
And an AWP as well on that low HP. It's going to be used to great success. How has he done that? Finds Flamus as well. ZTR should be able to end this momentarily. Torsten considering the potential for the donut flank, but waiting for that plant. You can't let this one get any further out of control.
And you can't just dry pick into an AWP. He has the smoke to work with. Time to do so as well. Jaber, this would be insane.
He's allowed to get it down. Here's the steps. Scopes up.
Oh!
It onto Torsten. Valid attempt. Threatening, costly, impressive shooting, resourcefulness. Didn't throw out that smoke grenade. Perhaps could have given him a way out, but 12-8. GamerLegion just 1 away now, despite Jaber's best attempt.
Yeah, great attempt there.
Wow.
And you hear the applause from the crowd. That's not the GamerLegion convert the round. That's Jaber almost pulled off round of the bloody tournament. That would have been something else. The young gun, first major, almost won one of the craziest rounds.
That could have been something unbelievable. Double deeg, AWP, quick scope, catches Flammers. Woo.
Well, is this the final round? That's the question. phzy boosted straight up.
Torsten gonna have to remain tucked if he wants to keep his life. Does not. phzy opens up the site.
Straight in as well. Look at him.
The cave players are actually pushing behind the ramp. Like, they're going for a bit of a re-aggress. They'll say you can have B.
Sonic has to pick that up in combination with Jaber. So the 2 of them in a crossfire.
Good flash. Tucked.
Did they hear the player?
Spotted.
I think so.
Yeah, this is awkward now. Chill your beans. Molly to delay. Options limited. The GamerLegion just preserve.
Well, team flash. Jaber just got full team flashed.
Ready for the fight, though, around the edge of that smoke. I like the reposition from Jaber. Flamus is going to flank onto Sonic. And
I think they're saving. Like they're just playing right now to contain them and do damage.
Yeah, well, it's not working out for the save.
They ain't containing anything. Well, I think the damage that Jaber did in the previous round has made them question whether or not they should go for that. Now, there was residual cash, sure. We will be able to see them get into a buy, no problems for the GamerLegion side of the server.
Yeah, but you start thinking in your head like it has to be now.
Simple opener for phzy here. You said, yeah, Torsten has to stay tucked if he wants to keep his life.
And as someone that's occasionally visited Long and had to hell in it, I can feel exactly what Torsten's feeling.
So,
they can boost. Of
he's
course
boosted
they
on the box.
Yep, they can do that. That's true. That is a possibility.
And we asked the same question as the last. This time, where is that AWP sent? Well, back over towards B. Surely you can't pull off the same trick. Flammer's tucked.
Yeah, he's in trouble though. Sonic
knows.
holding for him. And then the molly will force a fight or an extinguish. Opts for the latter. Tries to reposition, tries to get out of the swing. ZTR in the open. Trying to take a fight. Does deliver onto phzy. Slenzorf is in the feed as well. Jaber opens up middle and maintains control. Oh, reaggress.
That's the A defender. They should know. They should start hightailing it towards A right now.
They are. Jaber, with his low HP, tries to take the space.
Nice quick rotation from GamerLegion.
We've got the site now. Not even considering a main, because they know it's likely coming in from Temple, and Torsten's going to be walking straight into Jaber's crosshairs. Well played by Wildcard again. Jaber, he's been a mainstay now in the feed.
Yeah, and considering you think how they punished him late within that first half with those A plays when he was on light buys, that's really frustrating. It's like, I don't have a gun, I'm having to use a pistol or an SMG and just try and block you, and you're just full rushing my position. It's like, that feels very frustrating. So he's getting some of his zone back right now.
He's not expecting Jaber to be walking on him in Temple either.
This is really good grit from Wildcard.
Oh, you're not safe. Especially with the missed AWP shot now. Jaber's just running up. Yeah! Oh, he's feeling himself. I think that close clutch attempt reminded himself who he is and what he's capable of. No AWP for Slend. Have to rebuy it himself.
And he sells back immediately because you actually need a moment to have a chat if you're GamerLegion. You have Slend with a lot, right? He can drop. Volt can buy himself, or we get 2,400 into the next. So if I'm Ash at this moment, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, okay, what is the way that we can solve this puzzle where we can be competitive in this round? It's okay, mate. We put ourselves in a winnable position, sure, but if we lose, we still have the contingency to be able to buy into the next. For somebody like Torsten, with only 2,400, he currently has 2.1. He can't really buy anything, right? He needs everything. Same to be said with ZTR and Flammus, who are at 2.5 and 2.3. So, like, ZTR could say, oh, I could get a smoke, or I could get maybe a P250. They're going to get an AWP for Slend. Okay, he's going to rock the AWP and see if he can make a difference with that. Does Volt invest whatsoever? Okay, he's into an MP9. So there's still enough problems where GamerLegion could win this round.
So, question. Does Slend play this for, like, if they come to me, I can win the round, or is he playing like a proactive, I need to find an opening and
you need to use him to find an opener. Right? Like, you could boost him long here. Right. That could be an option, right? Or he could, you know, try and, well, he's not picking cave, but so here you go. He knows that phzy likes this box, so looking for a head-to-head. And then absolute worst case, let's say they go A, he can just save.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep him moving.
I like Wildcard's approach.
Your pistols are essentially wards.
Yeah, you put them all across the map. And Slend looking to try and catch a gank or two.
AWP hook.
Oh. phzy fires a shot. Angle held. Slend maintains donut control if they ask questions of it. Bomb being scooped up by Stan towards B now. And oh, there you go. That's the Slend AWP now revealed.
I love this from Slend though. He's gone, okay, I've shown my presence. Now I'm rotating to B immediately. He'll get there in time because they're blocked at the top of the ramp right now.
He pivoted to red. Now he has to make a quick decision as to whether or not it's B.
They're boosting.
You to land.
Oh, Stan saw him on the boost.
Torsten hits a double dink off of the back of the boost. Not easy shots. phzy ready for the swing. Missed shot. Awkward. Getting awkward. Sus bails them out. Another boost, this time for the AWPer. He can maybe try and deny. Lights it up. Hits it through the wall. Jaber brought low. Slend lives on. USPs, P250s. It's not pretty, but it's working. The 5-7 from Volt finds
They're so
another.
low.
JBA, he has to hit another headshot, still delivers another, and only Sus with 10 HP. No kit. Slend holding this. Sus has to call the bluff. He can't win the round if he doesn't. Starts considering the potential of a 10-second defuse. He hears it now. Oh, they're looking at Cave. He could just isolate this one. Spots him out, denies it. Sus with 10 HP clutch.
Is there time? This is going to be so damn close.
Slend believes it. Slend convicted that he's taken the map. Convinced this is his. And they will take us to Anubis. Slend, Impact, Pistols and an AWP, the winning formula. Taking their map pick, this series goes the distance.
Wow, that last round. So incredible. Ash calls the timeout when it's sitting like that. It is 12-10.
Elimination at stake on Anubis at the elimination stage. One of these teams will be eliminated in last place. GamerLegion taking theirs. Wildcard on Dust2. We find ourselves in the third. And a CT start for this Swedish and North American mix with a South African twist.
Yeah, a lot of nationalities represented in this one today. We've had some big moments, big clutches, action-packed, some Flammus rage.
Some phzy pushes. Let's get into it.
Kit for Stan. Julius for Sonic, and Piers out. Bomb spotted, top mid. ZTR on the crawl, has nades. Walking into 3, Alex. This is going to be tough.
Not going to be easy whatsoever.
Good flash.
Let's get nothing done. phzy asleep at the wheel. Stan has responded. He stems the bleed, and a 3v3 returns to our screens. Kit on Stan, bomb in mid. No, and now Volt's been spotted out as well. Sus was aware of the potential for Flammus in the dark position, and Sus just welcomes the engagement. Flammus didn't find the clean conversion there. Does so now. Oh, he definitely does now. 2 players defending B, both brought down by the Flammus Glock.
Well, Jaber started to heat up, didn't he, towards the tail end of Ancient. Let's see if he's got anything left in the tank. Kit highlighted by our Obs team just on the step. As you enter Temple. Bomb down ticking, but a real opportunity to go for this one.
Yeah. And especially now you've spotted out Flammus, you have a good idea as to where he's positioned. You have no info on Torsen, and now the bait. Potential switch, he clears it. Good check from Jaber. But Torsen holds firm. GamerLegion take the pistol. On T-side Anubis, that was such an opportunity as well. Stan really saved them. Look at this, a double kill. Stan responds in kind.
Yeah, those flashes though, look at that, just how blind they were. Hopefully much more of this to expect.
Oh, good awareness.
Well,
nice playing active from Torsen. He doesn't just sit in the corner and hope he's not being checked.
He's going to be the force buy for Wildcard. A couple of digs, a couple of MP9s, light util, 3-2 split of the defenses. Early harass util from GamerLegion on towards B. And Slend, who was quite the hero in the last map of play. Let's see if he can continue those heroics. Lopped out a window smoke. Will also be greeted with the classic doors molly. ZTR showing you all how to throw that one. So cross the bridge and grab your territory. As Volt leads the pack, looking likely to be an A split. Hey man, just blocked. We'll buy them a bit of a buffer and the search on B. So Wildcard, even though they're down with weaponry, are flowing well with responses to what GamerLegion are throwing their way.
Yeah, I like this. phzy spotted out. Smoke Temple. And quite quickly going to be wrapping in towards A. phzy going to be late to arrive towards the storage side. Mac-10 good for it. Aggressing out A. Torsen very late to this one. Forced into the A fight is Stanislaw. Jabe already brought down. Stan, MP9, he's deadly with it, but not ready for ZTR. Just commits to the spam. Sprays him down. Sonic glass to fall.
Very well handled.
I can't believe Torsen's still rugs. Like, I understand it. You know, you don't want to be giving that space up to the CTs, but they're forced at some point. Their hand is forced to try and take that A main fight. And he collects it very comfortably.
I think we'll do this again, and we bring this up every time we get Anubis on the screen in case some of our newer viewers, or those who, you know, have dipped in and out of Counter-Strike over the years, this is a T-sided map. And if you're GamerLegion, you're looking for 7+ rounds for Wildcard, wherever they can get them, however they can get them.
Is he going to nade the close box? Or actually, Rug's nade. Dawson reads it. Maybe not the second, though. Yep, good damage. Flammer's brought low to 16 from Jaber. Flash for the re-aggro. They're making it threatening. Oh, very threatening with a nice headshot onto Dawson. Sans nade enabling that one tap. And Stan will fall to the jumping MP9. ZTR secures the A site, and Flammus ensures the round.
All right, well, first rifle round about to ensue. phzy gets into his AWP immediately. Holding on to the MP9 is ZTR. See, is it aggressive for Wildcard, right? Do they want to try and force a fight? As we do see a T-stairs smoke lobbed out. It can be telling of aggression, but we need to see if there's any follow-through. 3-2 start, nobody really worried about middle, and, well, maybe for good reason. GamerLegion double mid-mollies to have control within the first 15 seconds of the round. Light lick of the flame for ZTR, but this is just pressure, and it's all a ruse as Stan gets an easy kill, but the bomb position outside of B. GamerLegion were hoping to force a rotation with this move. Yeah,
well, phzy does leave B, tends to the potential. Just going to be the two of them, Susp and Sonic. And Stan, he's gotten closer to this and ready for the fight is Slend. Stan doesn't even pull the trigger. phzy's AWP noted in mid. B pressure is on. Sonic, what can you get done? Good find. phzy as well finds Flammus. It's only Torsen. Back turn from Sonic. He's got a full minute to play with. Baits the AWP shot, gets out, takes space, not ready for both. Jaber on the temple, locks in Wildcard's first.
Okay, holding on there, Wildcard, and retaining that AWP is going to be key. Because we know that phzy loves to be aggressive. So that is something that they can set up round after round. So you just want to take a look at what type of spawns he gets. Ball handle from Stan. ZTR just pedal to the metal, right? Going absolutely nuts there. phzy doesn't have he has an okay spawn, but he doesn't have one that, you know, you'd expect him to go straight for a con pick. He was more towards A. He's got the T-stairs smoke again.
A lot of faith in Stan and Jaber to hold a large portion of the map. Volt is going to use that lurk smoke to get across.
I think it's very powerful once you're across, especially if you want to return here late. Once the CT's used through all of their smokes, they won't be able to leave from connector for free. Volt gets to be in a very strong position to punish. You can also alley-oop with your connector player, flush them out into your line of sight. And so much trust. This is wild because you know that that lurk smoke was up and they could have crossed. Yeah, phzy's crosshair will acknowledge the fact, but right now it's playing like...
Ooh,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, leave
right, they were playing like there's nobody there.
And eventually you get punished. Volt does get that headshot. Now searching towards Jaber's A main. He's just going to play retake, falls back. Volt does go down. phzy finds that one, but now there is a lot of space to be taken here. Jaber is playing retake A.
Bomb's rotating over. Late piece in middle. I have to rotate Heaven. Yeah, thinks better of the unknown.
They've realized that the site is theirs. Flams gets himself to stairs.
They're all going Heaven.
Yeah, ZTR's late mid play. It's not going to get any kills. But late arrival camera could be the difference maker.
Stan Kamali Fountain from Heaven.
Feels necessary in the air. Slend forced to get out of there. Oh, blind as well. Awkward. Very uncomfortable for them. Just gathered. It really hinges off of ZTR being overlooked. Now he reveals himself. phzy for the trade. Nails it. Jaber, good for it. Onto Torsen. Down now to Flammus. They're double swinging. They know where he is. They just need to get on
Sonic
that bomb.
has to defuse.
10-second defuse, and phzy holds the line.
I had
High
the kid
impact
there.
from the AWPer.
Yeah, that was huge. I love that retake, right? Nobody risking through middle. They knew the camera was smoked. They knew that there could have been that lurky piece. And the way that Wildcard have started both of these gun rounds is 3B2A. They block middle early with maybe a Molotov or maybe a smoke, but otherwise they're going to play quite heavy towards the sites. They don't risk the rotation point. They come together. They have a good idea. Molly Fountain flashes in, force them into main. Beautiful work.
The whole time as well, you're convinced there's got to be someone coming from main. You're paranoid. Really cool.
Through middle, they knew the camera was smoked. They knew that there could have been that lurky piece. And the way that Wildcard have started both of these gun rounds is 3B2A. They block middle early with maybe a Molotov or maybe a smoke, but otherwise they're going to play quite heavy towards the sites. They don't risk the rotation point. They come together. They have a good idea. Molly Fountain flashes in, force them into main. Beautiful work.
The whole time as well, you're convinced there's got to be someone coming from main. You're paranoid. Really cool. And I suppose it does explain how you can start two towards mid and A.
Oh, ahead of this, his aggression.
Yeah, Jaber's just charging. Look at him go.
Have to be careful. This is a lighter bite. Did Flamus hear the steps?
He's acting like he did.
Oh, that nade. So much damage.
Right on his face.
Suspect taking that liberty to chuck that one out. And they back off. More nade damage. 4 players softened up. Could be farmed by this Stan MP9.
Forced away by the flashbang. Does get his sight just in time to unload his mag into 2. Slen brings him down. On the reposition, Sasp gives up the space. phzy tries to fight back for it. Ooh, takes a heavy damage, down to 7. Headshot not converted though. Sonic brings down Slend and Sasp comfortable. Very comfortable. 3-3. Back into the guns now for GamerLegion.
It's a good spread of rounds for Wildcard. If they can make it another one on the trot, will have to be likely another partial from GamerLegion. Give or take saves / plant. Flashes in this midsection for GamerLegion have been great, right? The pistol round and then that one on Stan. I know he gets 2 kills, but white screen. Christmas came early. No AWP for Slend.
The aggression. Sus just charges in. What a headshot. Volt inaccurate for just a moment. Dropping off of that step off the lip. Now forced into the fight by the flames. Slend gets dunked on. What a pace change into the first gun round, and already your plan is in tatters. phzy's actually holding for Flamus walk up through this deep con smoke. Re-smoke and take it with flashes. He's in trouble. Oh, they're playing well.
Sus goes into their own incendiary there.
Aggressive. Chance onto phzy. Playing games with him and nails the shot. Damn, he's frustrating to play against, I'm sure. Might even catch DTR as well. He's already repositioned for his potential arrival.
And a mid push right now will seal the door.
Yeah, shut. TTR just biding his time, knows it's up against it. Okay. Removal of the AWP.
Dead.
Flanked in. Sonic can maintain that.
And they pick up the, yeah, you bang on. So AKs, AWP, and already 4 rounds on the CT side.
Very impressive. I really like that. Coming into the first gun after the half buy of GamerLegion, and you just throw something super quick, super aggressive, in your face. Whatever they just discussed is thrown in the bin.
They have to operate with another partial.
I mean, to be fair, though, Sus did hit a bangaroo.
That's true. That is true. Double mid-mollies again.
Ooh, get out of there, phzy.
Dropped his own incendiary. Sonic just turned!
What's he done that for?
Well, the rotation to go to mid left a massive gap. He was on his own. The rotation here now, the Swedes fighting forward.
10 HP, Susp. You really think you can take the Tech 9? Volt doesn't think so. phzy just averts his gaze as they push on towards the position. Missed chance. Good idea as to the post-plant setup. Jaber coming in, has to win this against ZTR. ZTR not looking. Turns his attention, but Jaber nails the headshot. Perfect placement up the crosshair. They get away, but there's a smoke in a kit. This gets uncomfortable for the Tech 9s.
Smoke main or the bomb? What's the option here for Stan? On the bomb it is.
Starts to defuse, double swing, double spray from Jaber. Delivers for Wildcard. They weather the storm, a threatening Tech 9 buy. Sonic probably wiping sweat from his brow after that one.
Yeah, well, there's so much pressure towards mid, and phzy's blind, running through mollies, dropping his own, calling for help, and hold up a second, they're hitting B. So they manufactured a gap. Good work for GamerLegion to get the plant, but a great retake from Wildcard. Ash doesn't like what he's seeing. We'll take the first tactical timeout, but that one was touch and go. There's a lot on the line. We remind you, these are two fairy tale teams coming through the RMRs. The expectation for either Wildcard or GamerLegion very low. They make it through the opening stage. They find themselves at the top 16 of a major and the first for many in the server here today. One of the two will be waving goodbye.
Yeah, for the majority of the players in the server, every single game has been the biggest game of their career here in Shanghai, and it just gets exponentially more and more vicious as the teams in this elimination stage, they do not pull punches. Find yourself 0-2.
Ooh, stress looking Ash there.
Yeah, he is.
I guess that's all he can do. He's just kind of got to sit back and hope that the timeout he took nets them some results, because the rifles are in. Slen now has that AWP. Was it a bit of a difference maker with some of his clutches?
Still feel like phzy's had more impact on his AWP. Torsen tugged. So dynamic is phzy. This time he's got a setup with JBA. That smoke isolates phzy's contribution, so Incendiary swims with it. This is a big, ballsy push. Finds Torsen, takes an opening, now attempted a response from Flammers. I like their response was cool.
Yeah, because as soon as the smoke comes, you know that the molly follows. So Jaber catches him while he's throwing that second key piece of utility. So well thought out there from Wildcard.
phzy gifted the rifle with the more HP. ZTR is here, as is Slend. phzy clearing this out. Loses his head. Great placement of the crosshairs. ZTR just has to click.
The call will change now. The bomb's still over towards T-spawn outside the extremity of B. ZTR is going to be a bit of a nuisance in middle.
Sus isn't scared at all. Maneuvers to try and take this fight. Oh, he catches a whiff of him and finishes him off with the spam. Is he ready for another? Stab! Oh! Takes down, finds a response, removes ZTR. Flammers tucks in towards the baskets as his teammates are on the way.
Well, take a look. There's no utility right now to smoke off heaven. So Jaber could be good for the first. The AWP trained. It's going to be a reaction speed test against the Flammers entry.
It's also about the jiggles of Flammers. Like, are you anticipating?
Stand rotated. It's just Jaber.
Jaber flashed off. Good work. Flashbang leads them into the A site without the resistance of that orb first shot.
Do you go for the retake? Stan and Sonic do not have a lot of residual cash.
It's a big commitment.
They've got the molly for Fountain again.
Double main. So Volt's life is worth the round.
He's lining it up.
Sonic swings through. Nice cover. Slen provides. Volt perhaps overlooked. Yep, tip of the head. Spotted, and you talked about the ramifications of that. GamerLegion, that's important. Takes everything away from Wildcard while posting your fourth. And what started with a man advantage for Wildcard.
Yeah, and something that I thought was well put together. So unable to hold on to that man advantage. phzy goes searching, and you saw him get stuck on the wall as he was trying to clear. That may have ruined his wider swing, or, you know, having the little peek without the shift. Also a left eye into that fight. They are able to get the orb back in his hands, however. 2 M4s, 2 MP9s. Wildcard with 5. I feel like they should do a little bit more than that now on the CT side that they got them so early. Still, 5 more than manageable when they flick over. Oh.
Long range catches phzy. Sonic revealed. Active on the B main angle.
It's an AWP available here for Sonic.
Look at ZTR. ZTR, no fear, and Sonic punishes the aggression. Torsen down after one. Great trades. Good team play here out of Wildcard. Flammers last seen T-stairs. He hears the rotation. Takes down Jaber. Stan as well now spotted. The frag on B. Slen finds Susp. It's fallen apart for Wildcard.
This is so tough for Stan.
What's he supposed to do?
This is impossible for Stan.
There's just no way. Half health, 10-second defuse, 1v2, and your opponents have had all the time in the world. Slen spotted him.
If he wins this now...
This is miles away.
Yeah. I don't see a kit, though. That's going to be a bigger of the issues. Stan expecting the support, and does get the kill. There's a kit.
On pillar, Flammers.
6 bullets.
You have to push through.
5 bullets.
5 bullets. And Flammers. His third contribution, but the most important.
Yeah, it finished as desperate as it felt when he was in the 1v2 in the beginning. So will just be pistols now for Wildcard, and then they will be able to buy with the 2,400 coming into their bank balance for the last round of the half to scrap for 6. But again, 5's okay. Yeah. 5's more than okay. 5's actually serviceable. So they're going to take the timeout. I suppose you may as well use it just to make sure everybody's going to be on the same page down the stretch of this first half. And great turnout from the crowd. These are two completely unknown entities in the server, and we have a packed house.
China loves an underdog. Probably feeling quite compulsory for a 7-5 here from GamerLegion, as you've already highlighted. Wildcard are already happy. And they've got a threatening attempt with, well, this is not the most pretty, but certainly scary. MP9s pushing smokes.
I am surprised to see them going for this.
It's going to be 2 of these, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm surprised. But I guess, hey, if you have a move, now's the time.
Oh, sus. Victim to their util, luckily gets away, tucks jail, his trajectory reveals his position, and Flamus is quick to punish. A missed HE from Sonic. Has a second to work with, but the pressure just keeps on coming. They're already all over the site. Good spam. Takes down CTR. And they're chipping away at them. They're making them very vulnerable and susceptible to a 5-7 headshot. Slend, spam. Volt, Sonic. Jaber. Deagle does connect once. 2 body shots onto Slend. He's going to have to play safer. Stan is very late to this one through mid. They go for the flank. I guess they haven't planted yet. It buys time for him to actually go around the world.
Again, though, it's going to be at range. And we've seen him pull off some wild things with the MP9. And this is going to be a tough one. He's got 2 players outside B name, one with nades in the hands. As Slend's low HP still gets the better of him. And Jaber thinking better of that.
Yeah, neither of them are particularly appealing options. Keep your Kev.
I am very curious about that decision, but either way, we will see a similar buy manifest yet again from Wildcard. I guess they thought, hey, the odds, we give ourselves 2 okay chances as opposed to 1 decent chance and 1
eco.
No, yeah, right. Yeah. So look, it sucked either way.
This one has a bit more potency in the nade and even a rifle for phzy. Last round, and look at this direct approach. This is a ZTR call straight out the gates to punish Jaber. Alone. Slend takes an interesting angle to try and peek into Con. Through rugs. Block smoke used. Vault damage. Good HE. But they just smoke and go.
Yeah, phzy's floating over. We'll need to disrespect the util to help out his boys. Here they come.
Stan, MP9. Torsen not looking. Oh, a chance for Stan. Jaber gets nothing done. phzy hiding out in that smoke. Nade revealed. Hello. Oh, wow. How's he got 2 there? Gives Sonic something to work with, but that smoker was so suspicious.
He's undetected.
Yeah, they don't expect him to be here, so Torsen, probably a free frag. Yeah, quickly traded. 7-5 on the half. Elimination stage and elimination game. Both teams probably going to feel like they're quite happy with that. I mean, the 5-round run from the CT side definitely felt a little scary and sketchy, probably for Coach Ash in particular.
Oh, indeed. I think that, right, most of the CT side you see are quite spotty. 2 rounds, 1 round, 1 round. This is actually a spree, so they could have slathered on the heat right there, but, well, getting swamped at the half. And now see if we can split the pistols.
Yeah, first one was competitive.
Yeah, Jaber had a good shot in that 1v2 retake of that B-bomb site. Coming up next, we still have 2 more best of 3s to round out your second day of the elimination stage. The Mongols versus Heroic. There's a position in the playoffs at stake, and Big versus Pain, our second elimination game of the day.
You see Simple's tweet?
Yeah.
Talking about the Mongols, saying they're playing like major winners. I mean, that's high praise from the GOAT.
You just take a look at their run in the last stage. It was dominant. I think it was like 3.75 rounds lost per map.
Bloody hell.
And it wasn't just that. It was that their players looked on point, right? Like I understand when you look at the competition, sure, but they were sharp.
Copenhagen didn't go well for them. Now they're coming in with a point to prove here in Shanghai.
5 sets of Kevlar again from Wildcard. We saw... Oh, yeah, no, I am right. Yeah. 5 sets. Here they go. Fast again. This time, middle.
Mid. Audible occupation of middle. What's CTR supposed to do if they do come his way? Are they wrapping round? Temple test. Volt, got to get out of there. Into Spawn. We've seen Mongols do the same strategy. And now they wrap through. Okay, Flamus is going to be B main. They are obviously anticipating this. The block smoke gets them nervous.
Wow, nice
Flamus,
shot.
what a shot.
Hey.
2 heads. And the bomb on the floor as well. It's the perfect body to take out of the equation. Torsten, tap in, track in, clean. Flamus just stands up. GamerLegion split the pistols.
Another bit of a highlight there to add to his reel. He's been sharp. 17 and 7 for Flamus. Definitely one of the revelations of the major cycle. Got a personality to boot. And this time, Wildcard are unable to bully their way through with the Glock train. They have conceded both pistols in this map, and that right there is a difference maker. Timeout required. What happened?
He celebrated too hard. I think he pulled his headset out.
Ah.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah. Well, some of the things, right, when you come to LAN events, if you're from some of these teams that are less experienced, things like making sure your in-ears have long enough cables.
Yeah.
At certain events, they make sure that the in-ear thing comes up on the table, but at other events, hey, you've got to plug it in the back, you need an extender. We're getting into the nitty-gritty, but we'll need to take the time to sort this one out. So slowing their own momentum as Flamus gives the crowd a wave.
Yeah, keeping them on his side. I feel like the crowd cheer for good Counter-Strike as well.
Ah, for sure. When we were there for Chengdu, that's exactly what you witnessed, right? And the thing is, the appreciation for the type of round you're seeing as well. They would acknowledge earlier players saving you here, the claps. Like they're able to be on point, whereas you go to some audiences and it's you're having to walk them through it.
Like you highlighted as well, you know, 2 international teams, essentially. Complete smorgasbord of different flags.
What do we got? We got Russian, Romanian, Hungarian, Swedish, plenty of those. That's the highest representation in the server right now.
Yeah, got a Dane.
South African, Canadian.
And an American.
And a British coach and a Polish coach.
Boom. Damn. Yeah, out these in the 6v6, you got a lot of the world covered.
Flamus right now, as well, as we just take a look at the 17 and 7. It's 147 ADR. He's got an 85 KAST. He's won a 1vx situation, has 5 multi-kills, and has won 5 opening duels.
Damn.
So definitely a win condition right now.
Someone has to match that output on Wildcard.
And Sus was great on Dust2. Fantastic. Had chances on Ancient as well. Well, here he is again, Mr. Aggressive. Flamus on.
And looks like Torsten might be taking the fantastic 5 here. GTR just got blocked. He just straight up blocked.
I really want to nade T-Stairs that badly.
Yeah. it's resulted in an oopsie daisy.
An MP9 for Sonic. Let's see what... he can't do anything.
Got any more of those? He knows he's got those exposed heads. And Torsten does find a 3rd. Where's your MP9? Flamus should be good to collect. Slend finishes at what he started. So they get through the eco. Just CTR with a little bit of a mistake. Loses out on his MP9, forced to rebuy. Torsten, a kind soul, gives him the M4.
This was like the moment for Wildcard. I know that it's T-side, but the problem is because they have this gap of 4 rounds that currently sits in front of them. They lose this one. Well, they're likely looking at 11-5. And then it's going to be a rough, long road back. Window molly, boost up and over. phzy doesn't see a thing for now, but will they leer into his crosshair? That's the question. Flash high, dodged, and phzy with the opener, but one more player to deal with.
CTR times it to perfection and doubles up. Slend throws out a flashbang.
Before his demise.
Just before he dies. It's unlikely they were even blind, but regardless, not looking. Two-man B setup, both kind of on this dark side, con side. Ready for both of the engagements. The bomb walking in, phzy and Jaber.
Just going contact.
That's kind of what Volt's anticipating. Yeah, gets info. Stays active. Flammus smokes to provide support, and that's very clear what's happening, and I think they've seen enough. Wildcard in a man disadvantage.
Ooh, if it channels them
6
to mid,
bullets,
ZTR can just park here and cover this.
Are they taking stairs? Yeah, Torsen, this is very proactive.
You're right, he hasn't reloaded. That's a bit of a problem.
Oh, but he taps. Such restraint, he actually dinks another. Great use of what little bullets he had. And this flank is way quicker than they're anticipating, just not ready for that. He's behind us, they scream. 1 versus 3 for Sonic. He has got space. He tries to fake the step to catch Volt. Oh, reveals it with the spam. So close to actually catching Volt. Just charging at him. Gives him an opportunity for the duel. They want to deny this plant. They're just running at him. Running! Gunning! And it's so easy to punish. Oh, time. No time. Well played. Flammus gets away with it. A clutch. A pacifist clutch. They knew the clock was against Sonic, so they just charged him down, stopping that plant from becoming a reality.
Yeah, it felt like we were due a bit of a Sonic moment right there. Gave it his absolute best go, tried to bait him forward.
I mean, it's just great that Torsen had the restraint there. Yeah, definitely not blind. Lovely. I mean, the fact he has 1 bullet spare with a dink and a kill. Can't really comment on the lack of the reload.
Yeah, you think he has plenty of time to do it, but I suppose in that time, like, he's immediately got 2 kills mid, and he's calling what we're doing next, right? In-game leader just snapping them into action.
Well, it was very,
Well, it's a shove from Wildcard. They've got the saved AK.
Yeah, we're starting to see the reason they were so loud in their celebrations for the pistol conversion. They know that it made this path to 13 a little less difficult.
They've all left residual cash to make sure that the buy can be into the next round to play Wildcard short. You want to get the absolute most out of this AK. You need a round. You need individuals to step up. Sure, the chips are down. Sure, the weapons aren't there.
Is anyone anti? That's a very good flash. Both are blind. Both are blind. Sonic's AK does deliver. Then Stan builds a round upon it. Slend keeps us level. Repositions bricks for those crossing through. And the bomb is going down. They have to retake this. This is still uncomfortable. Smoke for main. Have to play in front of that.
Look how late Flammus is.
Bit too late.
He is the kit, so yeah, you might be bang on.
Oh my gosh, Wildcard. This would be a crazy one to win. Sonic's opener. Stan builds around upon it. Volt, however, opens it up. Slend hits another onto phzy.
Flammus running now.
Oh, can't do a thing to the Slend USP. And Flammus has the kit. That could have got a little uncomfortable. They get on it. Wildcard, valiant attempt.
That main smoke, though, how potent is that? The fact that they have to play boxed in towards the side there. They hit the brakes for long enough. This first flash is great. Limiting Torsen to just 1. Slend here, however, they weren't expecting the 3rd, but the retake, another well-pieced together retake, this time from GamerLegion. Just 2 more rounds required. The bomb goes down, damage done, the buy back in available from Wildcard, but you're at the bottom of the barrel right now.
They didn't succumb to the pressure of that. That was scary. And now within touching distance of eliminating Wildcard, GamerLegion force attack pause. 30 seconds. Is this where the only representation of the US of A journey of the major ends? Stairs smoke. out of spawn.
Feels like in a round like this, if you're GamerLegion, you don't need to do anything crazy to force the issue. Understand that the CT side, Anubis, needs to make some aggressive maneuvers, but Wildcard has to play first. They're the ones who have to shift the dialogue. Double mid mollies, the door molly missed.
CTR wants to bring the fight to them. Stan not going to be present. More passive approach. Susp has managed to take himself through the canal. Flamus with additional utility to keep this blocked. And the feet, it seems like, looking at phzy's rotation through spawn, they are going to set their sights on a pincer into B. Susp and Sonic. Once Flamus uses that smoke, though, it is going to be a delay.
ZTL is going to try and drop behind them. Slen's rotated away. It's just two players on the site. Here they come.
Well, they're going to push through this. He's ready for the headshot. Does deliver. Flamus. Can he rack up the double? He can. Controls the spray and loads his mag and Volt's there with him. Collapsing Wildcard. Sent back to spawn by the GamerLegion rifler. 21 kills and counting. He gets more than he was worth. He was tested again. Two players on that B site, Chad, and Flamus with another multi-kill round.
It's been a fairy tale run for both of these two teams, but it had to come to an end for one of them. Last place in the elimination stage, looking likely now for Wildcard through the RMRs. They went 3-0, toppling Liquid, Pain, 9Z. They come into the opening stage, a game against Fnatic. They play Mirage, they're permaban, they get across the line. They're down 1-2, they're battling the best of threes, toppling Virtus Pro. Another revelation of Shanghai, Passion. But the draw just got tougher. Top 16 sees phzy and Spirit on day number 1. And now GamerLegion take them the distance and are just one round away from knocking out Wildcard.
Keeping their dream alive for another day of play. Mid-centric, Stan leads his pack, leads by example. Slen's Orb, the first challenge. How do they jiggle this? How do they peek this? Not well enough. Slen pulls the trigger, removes Stan. What is that from Susk? Drive-by. Sonic spotted. ZTR under scrutiny. How's he got two? Jaber, for all of he's worth a 1v4. It's impossible to ask. A 13-5 finish. GamerLegion do throw the knockout blow. Wildcard eliminated. The Shanghai crowd do seem besotted with them, giving them the support, celebrating their win. But for Wildcard, the journey ends here.
It's not only